never let you double cross them. Moving through the city like it's Gotham. They told me get one, so I got one. Stop saying you're a boss when you not one. You ain't sacrificed, nah, you ain't lost none. All over the gram like you got a bag. You ain't big dog, we ain't hearing none of that. I'm in the gym looking like a running back. And you know the flow, got 'em coming back. Who I was in the past, I'm unattached. Only focus in this moment is bringing the summer back. Oh, respect my grind, elevate souls and I spread good vibes. Young divine, you know I gotta shine. Raise your hands for a good time. Aight.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
bringing summer
1,
to
drop.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. Cause you know like I know. We'll take it round and round. Yo, hold up, let me switch my flow up. Back in high school, they were telling me I'll blow up. Doing talent shows and man, everyone will show up. Got in an accident and still made it for them to go nuts. You know what? I'm so what? I'm so That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide. And with the rhymes that make the dimes, I'll close their eyes and fantasize. Young divine calling their phone number. Yeah. No, you know I love it. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats. On stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. Young black successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
bringing summer
1,
to
drop.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. Cause you know like I know. We'll take it round and round again.
Oh, I see the signs and I see we're there. And I feel the lies and I feel the sand. Forever hold, no matter if we cast away. A fire in the dark. I know that you won't be where we again.
ESL 1 Road to Rio is brought to you in part by Intel, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, and GGBet.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back. It's time for the last two best of threes of another day of ESL 1's Road to Rio, and this, a much anticipated affair. It's G2 Esports, mousesports, two top 5 teams clashing on their road to Rio de Janeiro, and me and my homies are going to be hopefully accelerating this and educating this with what to expect, because to be honest, mousesports are starting to lose some of their luster. Yes, top 5 teams and some huge results, but it seems that 2020 isn't all sunshine, rainbows, leprechauns, all of that nice stuff.
I'd like it to be leprechauns.
Leprechauns?
Yeah.
I don't know, there's rainbows. Why not get leprechauns involved?
Well, there's normally is gold at the end of that rainbow
You've got a
right
cricket
there.
ball.
Yeah, here, catch.
Yes. Oh my God, hand-eye coordination. Let's see if we can keep this going.
Okay, whoa.
While maintaining conversation.
Okay, we're gonna keep it going.
You've just got to keep
Why do you say
eye
you can only
contact and
talk
all.
with the ball in your
If
hand?
we get a,
Oh,
okay,
that
hold
could be fun.
Okay,
There you go.
if we get away with this and we don't get a message,
Yeah, we just have to
into our-
keep the conversation
I'm
going.
putting this down.
Oh,
you know,
it's going
Dad
well.
Chad is always here. But today, boys, you won't be getting away with the uniform without me. I saw both of you in the
He did
kitchen with
it.
the black
He's done up.
jackets, so I've come to play today.
I respect
We
it.
like to look professional here.
Yeah, it's just one of the new ones.
It's
Hank.
one of the new looks.
XS?
Yeah. New t-shirt, XS jacket.
Yeah, he
it's
wants to make sure it really
Yeah, this kind of
pops.
pops.
He's popping.
I feel like I'm popping right now.
Yeah, you are popping. Do you know, I was about to bring it back on topic. I was
Okay.
going to say, do you
Bring it
think
back
G2 are
on
going to be
topic.
popping?
I actually do. I actually do. Because I think that we spoke a lot about G2 throughout the Pro League. We spoke about their woes towards the tail end of last year. We spoke about them losing to mousesports in the final of Summer. We've done that. We've been there. We've
been
already
there.
spoken about all those bits and pieces.
Yes.
I think that this team has come over some big mental hurdles. They've done it very well. And the thing that I love the most about this squad is their professional approach, right? And that is through one man. Well, probably not one man, but there's a man who's not on the screen right here, the man that stands behind them,
Oh,
Malik.
yes.
We've had a bunch of conversations with him in person over the last, what are we talking, 6 months here?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love listening to his
Me too.
take on the game and his philosophy of Counter-Strike. And you can see what it's doing for this team, right? You throw Nexas, you throw Hunter in the mix. You've got some fantastic stars in terms of Kenny. Jax is looking good. Amanek as well. This G2 roster, it's exciting to me.
Yeah, recent results, Movistar Riders, Copenhagen Flames, victories, and a double overtime loss versus FaZe Clan in their road to Rio so far.
Yeah, they look like a great team. I'm a big fan of this project as well, and they're in incredible form right now. It seems like they're actually peaking as we get further and further into 2020. We're seeing the in-game leader Nexas actually have the best stats over the last 3 months, and we're starting to see him really deliver. Kenny S as well, looking fantastic with the AWP, really starting to set up now and show us what he's capable of in this massive year of Counter-Strike that seems to be getting higher and higher in terms of skill.
Yeah, I mean, it turns out when you lock professional gamers in their homes and say all you can do is play games, they play a lot of games. We've seen the grind, and it does seem to be paying off for some teams more than others.
Well, even for us, I think.
Yeah.
We're playing a lot more Counter-Strike, and
Yeah.
I think right now it's giving people an appreciation for the game that maybe they lost for a little while there, because you're seeing it, even though it is just online Counter-Strike, how serious a lot of these matches are being taken. The innovation, the server is clear, individuals on point. Like, it's not LAN Counter-Strike. We're not going to pull the wool over anybody's eyes in that regard, but it's Counter-Strike that I'm enjoying. The quality, it seems good.
Like, I encourage anyone that wants to question this statement, that's hearing this and is kind of squinting or frowning, to check out the Pro League finals. Seeing the stuff Fnatic were pulling out, after plant double boost, that's the kind of stuff that is only going to happen when they've had time to develop. That's not overpass. That's not even at the tippy top of their map pool. I'm just saying there is clear development all across the board. And why don't we get Malik involved in this conversation? Because maybe he can provide us his insight. He is in the wall, the magical wall, mirror, mirror on the wall.
Yeah.
Malik is the fairest of them all. Hello.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Oh, I'm well, thank you. And how has your quarantine been going? You keeping the boys coached from afar? It must be quite difficult. Yanko was telling us it's a bit of a nightmare to be doing the same job to the same quality.
Yeah, at first you try to just compare yourself to what you used to do before. There is this period of time where you are like, okay, you know what, let's just reset and just like find out how it works best for us when we are from home and everything. So we stopped comparing what we did before, actually three weeks ago already.
Okay.
And we are like just living the moment and just living the best we can on the personal side, trying to go outside every time you can. In France and on some countries, it's quite difficult. And practicing the best possible to just get the best out of it. Basically, just keep it simple.
Yeah. And then are you planning on keeping it simple versus mousesports today?
Exactly. You will see proper simple CS today.
Okay, that's good stuff. Malik, I've been asking here when we've seen teams going up against mousesports. I asked Nico last time, so I'll ask you as well. What do you think is going wrong in that mousesports camp right now? They seem to be losing a lot of their momentum.
But you said it, momentum is a key word. I remember when I was watching them before CSGO Asia Championship, they were like not struggling, of course. They were like around top 10, 8 teams. And I remember that game against Tyloo. Somehow they win it and they grind this crazy momentum, having boot camps. I always saw these interviews where they said like, yeah, we had this boot camp, it helped us so much. And they had the same problem as us and everybody. Now they are just home, and the way they play, the way they approach the game, I think they needed to condition themselves. They need to take care of some individuals, not go too much individuals. I don't know, these kind of things, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know how they deal with it. But if you lose your momentum, if your star players are not like properly in the system or losing confidence on some points, I swear to God, like the level will decrease and you will have some difficulties. It's normal.
Wow, that was quite a good answer, Malik. Thank you so much. A lot to digest in that one. I've got quite a layman's question to ask at this point, so I'll bring it in. We normally have the conversation on this desk about in-game leaders and their form and actually dropping off in terms of the rest of the team. You guys, you look great across the board, but there's one name at the very top, which is Nexas, your in-game leader, who seems to be shining so brightly right now. Is he an exception to the rule that in-game leaders don't have as strong a performance as general for players? And if not, how did you get the most out of him?
For Nexas, I think he's a special specimen. He's very confident, very chill as a natural person, and he's an anchor on City. Right now, he just, at the beginning of the team, he was like speaking more, so he was on rotation positions on City a lot because of like the language barrier. Like he needed to be there because it was a mess without him like organizing things. Right now, it's getting better and better also because he's getting back his natural positions. On City, he's anchor player. He's feeling well in his game on this side. On T side, we are working a lot. He starts to have his own habits. He's scrolling like, he always knows that he can trust his players and fall back onto simple thing. And when you have this, it helps you to focus, basically. All the edge of like crazy leadership and in-game leading things, it's just maybe 10-15% of it. And it doesn't seem to affect negatively his performances.
You've kind of alluded to it already, Malik, but just my last question before we let you go and get the guys ready for their battle versus Mouse. I just wanted to ask, you know, whether when you talk about this this form that I've lost my question. It was such a good question.
It was a good question.
It
as
was,
well.
no,
I could see it in your eyes. It was looking amazing.
I looked at Henry. He was like, "I'm done," and I was like, "I've got one more," but I'm afraid I've let that one slip. I'll move on with my life, and you can too. Malik, honestly, looking forward to seeing you guys in action and keeping it simple. I'm looking forward.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you, boys. See you.
Cheers, Malik. Thank you very much. What was my bloody question?
I don't know.
It'll come to you in the middle of the game and you'll be like, God damn it, I wish I could ask that.
He was just talking about mouse, individual. Oh, bloody hell. He was talking about communication. I wanted to ask, check in on Jax's French, his English.
His English is much better now.
Yeah?
I can tell you that because, look, him as an individual, it's quite clear that as a player, he's actually one of the older individuals in this team. But learning English is something that he's made a priority, right? We've actually seen they made jokes about it, but it's something that he's really put at the forefront of his game. And if the communication is getting better, like Malik just alluded to, then that is probably why they're looking better and better in the server right here. Jax actually has a 1.12 rating at the moment. Actually, everybody on the side of G2 has a positive rating. Yeah.
And actually, we've got the inside scoop. Here is 7 words that Jax learnt first in English. It's the maps. Why don't we go ahead and quickly start talking about that, Veto?
Yeah, so this one here, obviously, we saw these guys play a bunch of Counter-Strike. They played over there within Season 11 of ESL Pro League. And when they were over there, they played on Nuke. That was G2's pick. And they followed that up with Train, which was mousesports pick. We expect the Train picks coming out of Mouse. But things have been looking very shaky for them in recent times. So I'm not quite sure where Mouse want to be taking this one or if the Veto's going to look different.
Well, historically, they normally match up quite well against G2. They normally find wins here. So I'm not sure where they want to go to their classic picks here. Speaking about G2, they normally go for Dust 2, so that can be brought in. But they are absolute specialists of Vertigo, Chad. So I'm expecting we're going to see that probably forward today.
The mousesports right now are on a 6-map losing streak on Inferno.
I know.
Right?
That was...
oh, it's gone.
Oh, that's why they've got rid of it.
There you go.
Makes sense.
That means Mirage is open here, but it's not really a map that G2... Look, it's a map they can play, but that's normally where I'm like, Nexas and Hunter have to take over.
So Vertigo makes sense for G2. Exception on the map, generally speaking. 5-map win streak for them on that one as well. Train, for reasons you stated, is the go-to mouse pick, although it has been amazing for them so far. Let's continue the Veto, shall we? Keep it going.
Oh, there's the magic hands. You've been practicing.
Dust 2 as a third would be... Yep, okay. So Dust 2 as a third. Both teams really like Dust 2. G2 are a team who I always love talking about. Their retake setup on that A-bomb site. We don't get to see it as much because Kenny even told us, yeah, teams know we do it, so we don't do it as much anymore. And that makes a lot of sense right there. But Vertigo's the starting point and a bit of a prickly one for North because they... sorry, not for North, for mousesports, because they lost to North on that Vertigo map when we saw that that series go down earlier in the week. So... Ooh, I need to see mousesports.
What was the score on that as well? 16-14. Oof.
Close one, right?
Yeah.
I've got G2 and Vertigo all day long. They're my favorite team to watch on the map. I haven't watched a ton of them on this new iteration of it, but I'm just excited to see what they've been working on, and hopefully it will deliver on all fronts, because I think they're fantastic in this map. And watch out for Hunter. He's such a rascal on the A box on the T side. You'll see him up there going through smokes, getting the nutmeg, spreading the needle, anything you want to say, all the cliches, Alex.
All of them. And actually that nutmeg thing, I saw actually a conversation in a Reddit thread saying, what is this nutmeg thing? Are these idiots just trying to force something for a private
basically.
joke? It's not. All of that. It's about 50-50. The other part of it is just because we, in the heat of the moment, didn't have a vocabulary to cover what was a newly defined part of the meta, which is players using smokes and line of sight and exploiting the advantage you have while waiting in the smoke. It's like a combination of both of them, and we had to find something to describe what had just happened without having to do this whole paragraph.
So Carrigan defined it, well, not Carrigan defined it, he said smoke gimmicks. Smoke gimmicks, but I think our term is more universal, right? Because a smoke gimmick, it could mean a lot of different things. Ours is like quite clearly they're using that smoke to the advantage, right? So you'll hear us say it. If it doesn't make sense, you'll pick it up eventually. We might even do a thing of, at some point when we get our act together over there at the stand-up, we might teach you guys the vocabulary of Counter-Strike, because I don't think it's defined. I don't think that anybody has clear definitions, right? So we could do that. We can be the ones who start to write the dictionary.
Yeah, exactly. You had that fantastic question the other day. You were telling me someone said, what does it mean when they push the molly? And it's like, well, I know it sounds like a good night in the club, but it actually means a good time in the server.
Yeah, they wanted to know as well, this is a casual viewer, wanted to know as well why the pistol rounds were so important, right? Also, what does burning a molly mean in the sense of, you know, baiting it out of them? All those bits and pieces. We just say it. It's second nature for us, probably second nature for a lot of you hardcore Counter-Strike fans out there, but a lot of newer viewers at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. So occasionally you'll see us turning off the X-ray and making it so that everybody can appreciate Counter-Strike for what it is, which hopefully today is a good game.
Fingers crossed. I don't know, though. Vertigo's already sowing seeds of doubt, and you've already made it clear that with Inferno being such a weakness for them, Mouse have picked into train again. Didn't they lose the last couple of trains? I mean, it's not been sunshine anywhere.
Yeah, they lost a phase on it, right? And I think that's 2 in a row that they lost a phase on it. And that's something which they were able to shut down Carrigan in those plays. But that's map number 2. So let's get stuck in with map number 1 as the music.
Can you get the timing right?
No.
I can.
One for the drop. It's coming out with a no-scope. It's going to be a 360 machine. Bang! Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. G2 and mousesports. It's going to be our second best of 3 of the day. And G2, absolute specialists on this map. This will be their pick. And I'm interested to see what kind of tactical developments they've made on that T side. That should be where they'll be starting. We'll check in with them now. And indeed, they will be. We're going to have a smoke. 2 flashes available for Nexas, Molotovs for Amanek, and they're making their way towards middle. You'll see a lot of action here on this side of the map. No toolbox anymore. Look out for the boost and construction area.
Ooh, unarmored CZ up close. Carrigan, always a brave soldier. And no exception to start off Vertigo. Doesn't look like he's going to want to check the angle itself. Aggressive from the CT, though, and it's going to be punished. Hunter just unloads 20 bullets into the body and the ribcage of Voxic. Now seeing Carrigan rotated in. He's in the perfect spot, and the flash from Nexas was brilliant. Carrigan goes from full flashed to forced to watch, as this round does look like it's going G2's way.
Oh, God, is it ever. 5-on-1. Robs will have absolutely nothing to say about this one, but will he be able to find a few kills? That's the only question left to be answered. He'll be there towards elevators, takes a lot of damage from Amanek, and that's going to be the clean sweep from G2. Amanek with a nice fancy jump there at the end as well.
Show
Pretty
off.
Standard. Yeah, I've seen you a few times, Alex. I think I spotted you yesterday having a little go on the jump on Vertigo. Oh, it's always fun.
I did get the coolest clip. Maybe we can put it on the broadcast. The one where I clutched and then had 17 HP and the bomb was going to explode, and I jumped off.
Nice.
And avoided the blast and saved my weapon.
That's big.
If you got the demo, I'll make the clip.
I have a shadow play. Is that okay?
That works too.
Cool.
That works good as well.
So, 4 spy from mousesports here on the back foot already. They're going to have Desert Eagles in the 5-7s, and Chris J with a bit of positional control towards the B steps. He'll be assisted by Robs there.
According to a study, when you tackle both the audio and visual...
And it's such a difficult position to hold here. Chris J gets himself towards a generator and looks for a kill.
This does look different already, though, to the other Vertigos. You know, we were watching, who was it, Furia, who just played it like it was 2019. Well, changed map, and already it seems that the default spread. Ooh, Kenny taking a chance there, just into the shins of Rops. And Chris, he's only got himself, what was 8, now 5 HP. He'll be finished off by Nexas, pocketing a cool $600. Now with 5 men versus 3, it does just look like a regroup and finish on the site, maybe leaving an Amanek loose thread to comb through middle.
The mousesports 4 spy, actually the mousesports camp in general.
Yeah.
In recent times have been suffering That's for sure. We haven't been seeing the, what is it, top 3 team in the world that everybody's known to grow and love in recent times.
You can see they're frustrated themselves as well. The tweets are quite indicative as to where they're at mentally. You can see that they're obviously being quite jovial about the losses, but at the same time, you can see they're screaming, let me out at times as well.
Yeah, and look, I believe, I need to just double check with some official confirmation, but I'm pretty sure if mousesports lose this game here today, they will be out of contention, or contention will become very, very difficult to make it into the playoffs there of that European side of things.
Sounds about right. They haven't had the best showing so far on the road to Rio. G2 will get the bomb down, the round guaranteed, and it's up to mousesports now to save their upgraded pistols if possible. First up will be Amanek. He's an absolute master with the MAC-10, looking to farm some cash here. Gets $600 per kill with the weapon, and it wouldn't be the end of the world if he went down as well, because they've already got 4 SMGs. So, sure, that's fine. Certainly can win a round off that. The next round will be perfect for it, but when then the guns come out, that's when you probably want to get a few more rifles. And here comes Amanek now, knowing that they're actually ready and waiting on the other side. It's mowing them down.
Beautiful.
There it is. That's lots of money in the bag. Everyone survives once again. 1 HP for Amanek, and they'll take all those SMGs into this perfect situation there. Full eco. A real chance to farm
What a
lot of money.
dream. Oh my God, they're about to go farming.
Yep.
Everyone's got their pitchforks, their hoes. What other kind of farming instruments are there?
Combine harvester.
The
You want to get
combine
industrial?
harvester, yeah.
Yeah. You want to get up there.
That's true, yeah. That kind of farming, that's probably the kind of farming G2 are about to do in round 3.
Yeah.
With 4 SMGs. Oof. Not much they can do to avoid their fate here, but a stack middle is a good place to start. Could be a quick kill onto Jax, get the SMG rolling, a flank, it all spirals, but there is another friend joining him in middle, Amanek there as well.
So before we get stuck into the gun rounds, guys, we've got some more stats coming through from our Statsman SEO.
I need to get his stats thingy up because he always drops some knowledge bombs.
Yeah, well, right now he's let everybody, well, he's let us know, to let everybody at home know that Mouse have the second lowest opening kill percentage, which is at 40.3% on Vertigo against top 30 oppositions in 2020. G2 have the best, which is 68.4%.
They are so good on this map, it's unreal. I love the fact they've got Dusty to close it out as well. For me, this looks like a G2 2-0, but Train is the only question mark. Like, mousesports could come online in that map, and we'll see. I hope they do. Like, Dust 2 between these two is always epic, to be honest with you. And bomb planted, round coming to his logical conclusion. As we said, it's an eco here. Robs with the saved CZ and armor. Does find a kill.
What's going on here?
He has no kit, but he's going to wait. They're not looking at it.
No one's near it.
Oh,
Kenny's coming back. Kenny's coming back. If
Okay.
Foxy does it now, it's fine. But wait. Just wait. You'd have to start it now.
Kenny's too smart.
Yeah, he's way too smart. He's even checking. You'd have to start it now. No time. No time.
Well, he's heard it.
He's okay, so try for the kill instead. Damn, if he had a kit and a smoke, that's like the cheekiest of all the ninjas.
Oh.
He's regretting his purchase there.
I was getting very worried at that point, but it will be a G2 with a 3-0, and they've got a bit of a bonus situation going on here. Now, if you're not aware, we don't really have bonus rounds per se in the traditional way like we did a few years ago. They're more, you have SMGs to operate with on the T side. You might as well go for it. You're probably not going to win the round, but cause as much damage as you can. If you do win this one, there's a great chance you can just run away with this first half. Frozen, Kraken have no helmets, so the SMGs are a lot more potent in that direction, and this is going to hammer it home towards A. Try and be fast, get up towards short, and use those SMGs at very short distance.
Frozen's trying to contest, but the bullets are just too strong. It's a pre-fire straight through the smoke. Frozen gone, an M4 upgrade available, and it does look like Hunter's happy to snatch that one up for the MAC-10 in exchange. Woxic, he's standing his ground for now. No one-way smoke they can throw on towards the ledge of that crane. Instead, he just wants the info. He wants to fight, but Kenny takes it. And now already a 2-man disadvantage for mousesports to overcome.
Big stuff here from G2. Bear in mind they started the SMGs and now they've upgraded one of those to a rifle, got themselves a couple of kills and still have utility available. Karrigan knows he needs to do something here, but he's got no grenades, no kits. What does he even do with this situation? Hunter will take him down, and it's now back to a 5 versus 2 situation. Robs and Chris, presumably one of them towards B at this stage, trying to work out what their next move can be. Chris J only with that Desert Eagle, waiting for a good opportunity to plant this bomb. They still have 2 smokes here. They're being so methodical, making sure that they're not going to lose anyone here, keep all 5 players up. It's beautiful to watch.
It really is. Satisfying.
Mouse should save here, but I want to remind everybody, and well, even us here, that if we remember that North game where mousesports and co went toe-to-toe, Round number 13, Henry, does that one stick out in your memory at all?
It does.
It was a
We wrote it down,
2-on-4
didn't we?
situation.
We
It was
said
Kirby and
That's
Cajun.
exactly what it was. Yeah. I do
Oh,
remember.
yes.
And that's because the way that North were approaching this, they were getting a lot of spam kills. Even though we've had the new adjustment to metal now, no longer wood, they were still finding frags through those boards. And they were also able to execute onto that A bomb site relatively easily. And then they even changed it up a gear. They went from just execute onto the site to smoking off elevator room and then taking control of the sniper deck. So North were able to actually manhandle mousesports on this A defense. They were stuck between do we fight, which they'd lose, and retakes, which they'd lose. And right now we just saw them in limbo, which you're definitely going to lose.
Bear in mind, it wasn't really a gun run. We had Chris J with a Desert Eagle. We had Voxig on the M4, right? So it's difficult to really quantify that as a big, important round, which it was, but at the same time, mousesports didn't have everything they need. When Voxig gets to Europe, they can be more aggressive toward the A ramp. Cara are going to be more active as well, the utility required. And hopefully, Chris J will have a rifle at some point in this game, because this Desert Eagle thing he's bringing out, like, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, I hate it. I don't know what else to say.
It's kind of cool, but I hate it.
Sure, it's like studded belts.
Yeah.
You know, kind of cool, but I hate it.
They've got their place, I'm sure, maybe behind closed doors. But I don't know. We'll see whether he can start stepping up. He's got 4,100 right now, and it's going to be 4-0 G2.
Hasn't hit a Deagle bullet yet with 4 ADR.
Yeah, good point.
Round 5 will have to be where it starts. Just the rifle on Rob's a deep smoke. I like that. But a nade, it does give him the info. Fakes the step, trying to keep them on their toes.
Rush, can you check it down my next position a second? Oh, he was on some cool boost at the back here looking for the generator. It was pretty nice look. I think it was on that back right.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool angle. But they're being very patient, aren't they? I love to see this, the discipline. Even though you're 4-0 up, everyone else will be running around at this point, enjoying themselves.
When Chad says to us, nobody die, this is what he wants us to be doing.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Just gotta put the brakes on.
Instead of creeping into the side and getting your head taken off. This is just getting stock of what the opposition is doing. And now, well, with 45 seconds left on the clock, they have to get a bit of a wriggle on. Lots of utility used over towards that B bomb site might force them over towards A here.
Oh, that smoke's lovely. Hammerneck just blooms it immediately on top of the floor of flame, and now middle is theirs.
He throws it from the same position as well by the generator. It's really nice little sequence he's got there. And so we've got Jax trying to make their way through towards the B bomb site, using construction if possible, but Robs could shut it all down. He'd have to find multiple kills at this point, but the timing is just beautiful. Frozen shot's not bad either.
Wow.
A couple of Deagle headshots here, but not enough to win the round, of course. Good damage, but nothing's really right home about. The money is out of control for G2 here. We've got $14,000 for Hunter as we enter round number 6. Maximum loss bonus now for mousesports, and the Voxic AWP is out and about. Here's the replay. And Hunter just taking them down. Bit of a partial bite, and Amanek. Lovely shots from him.
Remember that opening kill statistic that we were talking about right there? Well, it's getting worse and worse as every round progresses for mousesports. Currently at 0% here in this map with 5 rounds deep. And that would mean that G2 are at 100%.
Wow.
Simple maths, ladies and gentlemen.
It all works out. And they've only had 1 multi-kill round so far, mousesports. That was Frozen's double
Just then,
kill.
right?
Yeah.
I found it interesting as well. You know, I like to take note of the completely pointless information, but Hunter had the option to take the AK. He opted for the M4. He wants to keep the T-side M4. He's already got kills with it.
Clave's been doing that recently as well.
Yeah.
When you know the money's low and they're not getting the helmets, the M4 can actually put out more DPS if you get
Like
big
the rate of
spraydowns
fire,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, so like, I don't know if there's a massive amount of science behind that, but sometimes on the T-side it just feels good, you know, you feel quite nimble.
And
you
also,
get big spraydowns.
you know you're kind of rubbing the salt in the wound as you kill them with their own weaponry. Supposed to be a disadvantage, not for Kenny S, though, with this AWP. He's going to get another one. Frozen just steps up, puts his head in the guillotine. And now Robs, he's got a 1 versus 5 handed to him by Kenny S.
Well, round over, job done. Robs will be the B anchor and just can't find any luck so far. 1 and 4. Just going to have to try and stay alive here. Absolutely nothing to do. Kenny S just absolutely destroys him there with a sniper. Getting better and better. Aging like a fine wine here in 2020. Kenny S continues to impress.
Boys, we've somehow missed this fact, and well, maybe we haven't missed it. It's just the game is going at such a pace. There's only 3 kills recorded so far for mousesports, 6 rounds deep in the game.
Robs with what? 1?
One with
and
a
then
CZ.
Frozen with 2.
Yeah, so that CZ came from the 3rd round of the game, and the Deagle round
We
came
saw those 2 kills
just before. So they only have 3 kills, 6 rounds in. They are getting absolutely destroyed right now.
A thrashing. By the way, off-topic conversation, because I assume this is going to be a bit of a timeout situation for Mouse. You know this spot at the back of ramp where we saw everyone saving?
Yes.
Like it's a very common spot now to save because you're safe from the bomb blast. How long do you think it is until we get a Dosia-style nade? Someone just throws the HE just to the corner of Scaff from like elevators or something.
You should get the distance, right?
Yeah, here,
you should
this is what I'm
definitely
talking
be able
about.
to
You could
line
get
that
it.
up. Yeah.
That would be such a sick dunk. And you're
By
safe.
the way, definitely something to be considering, right? Because you can see their HP is normally around like half
yeah,
after
so
that bomb goes off.
you put 50 on the nose.
Can you throw from the elevators?
That's
through
what
the
I'm
little
thinking, through the
window?
square. Imagine.
I was working out one that you could use when the CTs are all in elevator room for the Ts to throw from the crane position. So you
It
can
looks
throw
too high.
It's way too far, maybe. What could you throw it from that's safe then?
Maybe the boost spot, just
on the side of elevator. You could probably lob it.
Yeah, we'd have to look into it.
The X-God style.
But you could just enter late if you were happy to lose your own life,
The problem was
right?
in that corner. You only take what, like 20 damage or something, isn't it?
No, they went down to 60 in that.
Okay.
I was keeping. That's where the idea stemmed from.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we need Mouse to actually start finding some kills. It's not even about finding rounds. It's actually just finding frags. Because
would help.
the individuals aren't getting any opportunities here. You can just see how thorough G2 are. And this is very suffocating, right? Because players who are normally known for getting multi-kills, Rops, Woxic, Frozen, those guys right now are being kept to nothing. This is almost a clean sheet at this point of the game. 6 rounds in, only 3 kills. I can't remember the last time I ever saw that.
Look at the ang from Frozen.
Oh, that's
Everybody
sick.
write that one down in your journal.
Yeah, looking at it with a boost. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, you really are going to wallop anybody. And especially because you got that awkward extra kind of inaccurate
he's
jump.
watching for the boost, and Voxic is focused on the actual crossover from middle here. This could actually be quite interesting.
Woxic's only got a P250, though. He'd have to hit the swiftest double dink. Go on. Let's see what you got. Well, that's perfect. A dink and one to the chest. Jax is gone. Rifle scooped up for Woxic. That Molotov might deter him. It's from Amanek. He's got a lovely set of utility. He throws a smoke on top of that with the same lineup. And just like that, vision is denied. A lovely little gap, perhaps, had they crossed through middle, but it's not going to work out this time.
They're not out of the clear here yet. With 37 seconds left on the clock, the rotation might start coming through now from mousesports. They should be able to get onto the bomb site and hopefully get it down, but that's when the chaos normally ensues. They're staying very quiet. Molotov out to sandbags. Now the nades come through. This is the full commitment.
Oh, if Woxic was to hit another, but for now, all in the clear. Bomb will be planted. You can see so many. There was a header shot available on next to the bomb carrier, but he will be allowed to plant. Carrigan chipping away at the health, but it may not be enough.
Yeah, that was his chance for his opening kill as well. And will be carrying and going down, and presumably the round as well. They've got no kits, but a Molotov found, Frozen with the M4. Might just be better off saving the weapon, but Chris J does find a kill back in return. That's towards Nexa. Still so much work to be done before we can start talking about a defuse attempt here, but the Molotov towards short. Maybe we can get a few more kills out of this one. Amanek will take care of the last couple of players, and surely this one's over.
Yeah, no
we'll
kit.
see.
No real time for this one, and Kenny, he loves these angles. On that upper platform, peeking into the A site, it's his jam.
Yeah, and speaking of Kenny, through the 4 maps on Vertigo in 2020 against top 30 teams, he's currently sitting with a plus 53 KD ratio. That's kill-death ratio for those people playing at home.
Ooh,
and he's 19 for 3 in terms of opening duels.
19 for 3 in what? Sorry, what was
Four
that?
Opening duels.
4 maps.
Over the 4 maps in 2020 against top 30 teams. So
Kenny S, revolution.
well, we talk about individuals like ZOWIE struggling with the AWP on a map like this. Kenny has absolutely no problems whatsoever. Well, there's the AWP of Woxic striking very early. Jax will go down again. So he's won that duel twice now, Woxic, in that middle area, and it will be his second frag. So finally some kills getting on the board here for mousesports, but we're already 7 rounds deep.
Yeah, and still yet to post a round.
The opening duel has finally been found here, and we will have a 5-on-4 scenario. Amanek, though, mid control. Chris J snatches it away towards B, and he's presumably got a second kill as well. But Hunter, the preemptive shot there on the drop down, and Carrigan will keep the man advantage. It's up to Kenny S, though. He'll be joined by Hunter, and they've won plenty of these sort of rounds together. Now it's just down to the sniper himself. He'll be looking towards elevators and edging his way towards construction, but Rob's got a prime position, should be able to take him down, which he will. They're going to be using that spot a lot by the looks of things.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's hard to see that head there, and maybe something that a lot of teams wouldn't be aware of. We weren't aware of it until coming in today. So it's always a day in the office. You learn a lot with Counter-Strike.
It is so satisfying, isn't it, in that sense?
Like we say, every time we see this map being played, we learn a new position, a new smoke, new flashes. There's something that can be done that we weren't aware of.
Like Amanek's nade set just looks so optimized for a mid-take.
You've even got now over towards that A ramp, the smoke, the jump smoke that we see teams throwing. They're now throwing the, oh, nice quick flashes. Look at that.
He double flashes the A ramp from T spawn. So we knew you could do that smoke, but we haven't seen people flash it either, so that's another cool thing. So you can potentially like dissuade them from peeking with the AWP towards the corner.
Without throwing it up the ramp on sandbags, which is a very easily anti-flashed flash.
So they won't be able to avoid those, so we should try that out as well. That's awesome.
They should just execute A here against double AWPs, right? You can see Frozen already setting up retake nades. If you look at the top left of your radar right there, mousesports do not want to contest this A ramp position whatsoever. So that's why they're holding on to all their grenades. Look at this on the left. You can see Molotov, smokes, HEs galore. That means that G2 will need to move on in and bait this out. If they don't, they're going to be taken right on down by some of that utility damage we get so excited about.
Ooh, Chris has got a lineup for short. Perfect.
Like that.
So that's just denied their Molotov and taking territory, right? So they've both thrown out Molotovs at the same time. Chris's is to deny the progression of Hunter there.
It's like nobody threw anything.
Exactly.
Oh my God, welcome to lineups with G2 and mousesports. We've got another perfect banger here.
Yeah, the isosceles triangle being deployed, and that's going to be...
I thought it was too. Of course not.
What's fake? They're walking back to B.
There's all the utilities starting to be burned, and a flash, a Molotov, and Rops with the AWP. He's going to get tested, immediately falls off. They've got 2 AWPs to hold B, if I'm not mistaken. It's Rops and Woxic. They're bounding in, and already the shots are starting to hit. My God, the artillery. They all connect, and it leaves all Kenny and Nexa with only 8 seconds. The bomb is loose, the round is lost, and he's just going to try and get the hell out of Dodge.
Well, that's something that they can adjust on immediately here. If you... Oh, Nexa, after the time, it's not going to be that much of a problem. We know that the money is built up beautifully on that side of things with the 7-2 scoreline now, but mousesports, they're finally starting to wake up. Now, if we want to actually talk about that tactical approach right there from Mouse, that's fantastic. But if I'm G2 now, and I know that they're playing that retake setup and they're holding on to their nades, I'm not using any sound cues. I'm not throwing that Molotov that we saw Hunter throw. I'm going to walk on up, and to where at the point where one flash, we can pop, go for one of those classic contact strats, and then run them over. Don't let them play retake. Get in their face. Take the nades out of their hands. And
the Vitality playbook.
Yeah, and right now we've got the tactical timeout, so I'm sure that's similar to what Malik's telling them. They're just discussing which type of a round they want to go for, because we can clearly see there will be a buy. There's no problems there. Money is looking out of control.
What do you take on Robs' secondary AWPing duties?
Well, nothing's working for them at the moment in terms of the server with their recent matches, so why not? Why not mix things up? Throw a different look in. You heard from Malik just there talking about individuals, you know, not feeling like they slot into the system properly, or there could be woes here, there, and everywhere. Well, you got to get back in the groove somehow.
Yeah, and in previous lineups as well, Robs has experimented with the AWP. He was AWPing inside a train for a few months as well. He doesn't do it so much anymore, but it's certainly capable with the weapon. It's the same flash as well. So 148, want to try and get this down. Frozen just enjoying the fireworks as he does swing off towards the ramp itself. Another interesting round here. So much innovation being displayed here on Vertigo. Double AWP setup still rings true for mousesports, and Hunter ready to challenge Frozen here. What a tantalizing battle that is. 2 aim stars being tested on this A-bomb site.
But look at this, as soon as this smoke clears, if there's no one on the other side, they should just walk on up. Oh, they're going to use smoke. So the tells are through. Let's see what nades come out of Mouse.
Yeah, so this is going to be common ground for Kenny. You can see the plan. Jack's holding ramp, Kenny holding the top as well. And then eventually, we tend to cut to Kenny's POV, and he knocks 3 people off the site after that one-way is gone. That smoke is designed to see the toes of anybody on ramp for the CTs. Very beneficial, so they'll wait that one out. Now Kenny can start his adventure. This procedural clear is his favorite. Getting to see it now, first person, like a nature documentary.
Oh, the smoke missed.
He knows what he's looking for. A couple of shots. Look how open he was. Tucks into sandbags, 45 seconds on the clock.
So, still a 5-on-5 for now, but A execution seems very likely from GT to close things out here. I've got Almanac watching the flanks, looking for their opportunity, hoping to bait out a bit more utility from the CT side. They still have 3 smokes, flashes, incendiaries. mousesports know the importance of holding on to these grenades as GT gets so close, looking for the plant. Nexa will commit. Does Karrigan swing out?
No, nothing to stop it. On the fly, nade does dunk him down to 45. Lovely stuff from Karrigan, but it's not a kill. And this retake now with all of those sets of utility, I imagine we get the full wall. 2 smokes.
Have to. Yeah, it's the only way at this point. With the 5-on-5 retake, you have to do the wall.
Especially with 2 AWPs for the retake. Oh God, they need to get these smokes down. Somebody needs to lock them out. Otherwise, it's, yeah, Nexa. Hunter finds 2. Puts their heads in a vice. A lovely angle found by Woxic, but it's all too little, too late. They have to preserve the AWPs.
Can somebody tell me why they didn't do the retake smokes? Do they not have that in their arsenal? They had enough. They had plenty of nades.
I said it, I thought this is a bit of an obvious thing to say.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even worth mentioning. Of course they're going to do it. But they just didn't do anything. They just waited until the smokes went down. They lost their jewels, and they had nothing to work with.
Yeah, so not only there did they not go for the retake, they lost all their guns. They didn't use their utility wisely. I'm going to say they maybe don't know the retake smokes.
Well, G2 certainly do. They're one of the innovators of it. They're going to be displaying that plenty of times in their CT side, and I think this is probably the correct call now for mousesports. You're getting absolutely wrecked out there. It'll be their second time out of this Vertigo pick of G2, and look at the money. We do have an AWP available for Woxic. Frozen, he'll be dropping pretty much everything here. $7,000 invested. Same story for Kraken as well. They've had to pretty much put everything they've got on the table here. Chris J presumably will get a deagle. And we'll have a look at Movistar Riders versus Copenhagen Flames. The Danes actually taking a lot of scalps recently, Alex. They're looking very good. Maybe on for another.
I'm very excited for them as well. I really kind of was excited for Refresh when he got his little his chance in the spotlight, and I think it's good that he's gone back down to a level now with a couple of lessons learned and a chance to turn heads and pop heads in the road to Rio. They've been doing well. Keep your eyes on that. If you fancy checking that out, just go ahead and add a B to the URL you're currently watching.
Yeah, best of luck to him. Big fan. Turning heads for sure. Is Amanek. This is the spot I'm going to be using, Alex, from now on.
Yeah, I knew you loved it.
I love the generator. I hold here on default some T-middle, but getting that angle there, they're not going to be able to pre-fire you. That's beautiful.
Yeah, you know I would immediately see someone at tap S as well. Just immediately, whoop.
So we're looking for mousesports success. So we want this game to be competitive. It normally is always such an excellent series, but quite lukewarm right now. But Kraken, he'll pull a kill back. That's actually pretty influential, but it's all a ruse. You can see them getting set up towards B, going for that split of construction. But Woxic, he's in a pretty good spot here. Should be able to take a kill, no problem whatsoever, which he certainly will. Flashbang over towards the top of middle as well, trying to deny access towards the elevators. A swing comes through, but it's too late, and Frozen takes care of it.
That's a perfect crossfire, and this angle on elevator is usually enough. It's actually Robs connecting onto Kenny on B before Nexas falls, and that's a whole lot better from mousesports. That is what we need to see. 2 AWPs, 2 AKs, pretty damn perfect for them to save into the next, and they can soften the blow of this T-half still.
Easily. Very easily. And opening kills are starting to go in their favor now here as well. 4 to 7. It was pretty dire there. What were we? 0 for 6, and then Woxic got one on an eco, so hasn't been great for mousesports in that regard.
Robs did out-AWP Kenny there, though. That's something to keep track of. See if that is a recurring theme. No doubt the kid can aim. Why not put the AWP in his hand?
Yeah, turn it into a bit of Quake, insta-gib. Maybe with a little bit less movement. A few less bunny hops.
Yeah, you don't have to aim for the head with insta-gib, though, and that's just like a nice luxury.
Yeah, just in the chest, that's good enough. Or the toe.
Round 12.
I like seeing the deagle in Chris J's hands still.
He's got 2.5k, so he could get dropped a rifle from any of his teammates. He could buy himself some nades, perhaps, but
he's not doing deagle, no nades.
There could be a gun.
Okay. Phew. I thought he was on utility strike.
I don't know why you're suggesting that. He's never got a rifle. He loves the deagle.
But why?
I don't know. I wish I could have a reason for you. Like, I get it, he's trying to save money, but this is getting out of hand now. And when you're losing, give him a rifle. Surely. Either way, they know their game plan a lot better than I do. Maybe there's some method behind the madness. We are going to see Nexas quickly up towards that A round. They've got full control. They haven't been contested there at all, so not going to be pushed back unless Woxic wants to get flashed through. Nexas certainly does. Wow, he's actually up towards the A side. They've got no idea. Communication a little bit frantic at this point, but Frozen pulling some kills back here. He needs a second one here to make them feel comfortable, but a Molotov will do anything but. They are going to have to fall back here, and this is another retake scenario. They've got the smokes, and what kind of play are they going to make?
Oh, Kenny's back on the sandbags, deciding better of it. He'll play the passive line. He's got a lot of punishing frags from this angle before. For now, though, they're closing the gaps. Look how fast Kraken's got back onto the site. Any utility? Yeah, a whole lot of smokes. This is looking better from Mouse already. Closing the gap. They want to use perhaps Christian as a sacrificial lamb. He's defusing, and the spray, it does connect. Kraken gets knocked off it. Another drops in. Rob's keeping him safe. Hunter's got to get him off, and he does. One last body there. It's Frozen, and he does have enough time. My God, a massacre all over the construction site. HR, they've got a nightmare on their hands, but mousesports fine for.
Well, it wasn't the prettiest retake, but it certainly was fun to watch. mousesports battling tooth and nail there inside the smoke. Absolute pandemonium there. No one was sure who's going to win the round, but it will be Frozen with a full defuse there, spraying them down. Hunter finding kill after kill. They were trying multiple defusers here, but Frozen finally gets the upper hand, and we go 8-4. They're starting to get back into this game now. You can see the money's starting to be whittled down. Not a full buy from GT. Look at the lack of grenades here. They're going for a fast play, couple of flashes to try and steal around away at this point and reset the money if possible. It's going to be a set piece. Just a bit of fun. See what's going on here, but Kerrigan more than ready for it. Starting to wake up now. Frozen defends valiantly as he looks for his second kill, but that's going to enable a bomb plant now.
Yeah, this is actually not looking too bad. Now Jax has got himself an AK. Woxic will be forced off the line. Double orbs again. Does make things difficult once that bomb goes down. Don't have to contest. Nexa feels like he's forced into these fights, though he's desperately trying to find some cover. Sat in the open, the Flames his only guys. And that will be the end of him. All onto Jax, half health, and 3 players hunting him down. Cops the flash, lives to tell the tale. 2 more now, both AWPs. It's down to Chris J, really, who's flanking through short. This is the end. Oh, not! He gets the first. Now the AWPs are closing in. He's got 2. And Woxic, I don't think he has time.
He's got it.
Yeah.
It was close, but he's got it. Jax had a very, very good attempt right there. Ooh, all right, well.
Remember, that wasn't a force buy or anything, though. That was just a partial investment with Mac 10s and armor, no nades to get that bomb down. Costly. They brought it down to 1 versus 1. If they win this next round, they're pretty much guaranteed the final one.
Here's the other option that G2 could look for. They're getting the site control and they're able to plant that bomb, but we saw how just chaotic that retake up before with the mousesports holding on to a lot of those smokes. If they send someone late flanking middle or late flanking B to come on through while they're setting up those retakes, that's one way that they should be able to deal with this scenario that mousesports are throwing on in. But will we see a change of attack or at least a change of approach right now, as we will get another tactical timeout coming on through. They've already used 3 timeouts in this first half, G2, and well, they were up 7-1. 7-0. They were 7-0.
They were 7-0 to kick things off.
Yeah, now it's 8-5.
It's impressive from mousesports to actually bounce back in this sort of manner. They had to win some very crucial rounds, some high-octane moments as well. Plenty of 1v1s being brought forward towards the end of this epic first half.
We get to see a Chris J AWP, ladies and gentlemen, and a USP mixing up the sidearm.
Wow, a primary weapon.
A primary weapon.
See that every day.
It's exciting.
Let's see what he can do. Jokes aside, Chris J, a fantastic AWPer. And I'm sure he'll be more than happy to make this work towards to be bomb side. Rops has had his go. Now it's time to show you how Daddy does it.
Guys, we don't call me that outside of the house, okay?
Chatty Daddy.
It's only in the compound that
That's fair enough.
you'll refer to me as Daddy.
The compound.
The compound.
The compound.
With Daddy.
Dad Chad.
It's a weird world out there, and we're apparently in the center of it. We are going to have Hunter, though, boosted up behind this smoke, looking for that first pick, trying to nail the dismount. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10 for that one. Not quite silent, and Kerrigan, he'll be taking the kill through the smoke there. Takes a lot of damage, down to 7 HP himself. Don't nade yourself, Kerrigan. Make sure that, I think it's better. Just don't bother.
Look at this, look at that! Hunter just finds the timing. He's such a weasel. He's 16-5. Nice work from Frozen. The same can be said for his frag there, and he wants more with a nade in their hand. Frozen, oh, he's doing it all. Triple kill, hunting for Nexa. He wants this round over and done with, but maybe Nexa has something to say. Woxic will silence him, and that's going to be 6.
Second kill connects, Alex. I dare say he would have pulled off something quite special there. But mousesports, fair play to them. That's going to be a boatload of rounds now. We go to number 15 here. They've actually got a chance of bringing this back to 8-7. Remember, it's 7-0 down on the CT side. They were looking so flat here. But G2, they can't break this at all. And we're going to that final round with pretty much maximum loss bonus, the bomb down. And fantastic stuff from Frozen again. Look at the timing here. The aggression, the confidence. Also good. And Woxic is covering his teammate there. Gets the defuse there, no problem whatsoever. Double orb setup brought through. And it's AKs across the board for G2 now.
It's amazing how perfect that smoke is, really. You wouldn't think something like that would exist in the game by chance. I wonder if Valve were kind enough to give us that one.
Yeah.
It is so difficult, or at least it has been in previous iterations of the map for the CTs to defend here without dumping a truckload of utility. And they made noise again, so will they get spammed onto the smoke this time? Kerrigan, he'll find the opening once more, traded again, but this time Frozen standing and delivering 2 big frags.
Yeah, they stick the landing on that one. CTs with the upper hand, 3 versus 2. Vox with the AWP will rotate him from elevators, looking to shut down the quick approach from short. He's got himself 2 flashes in the AWP in hand and looking to get a quick kill. I dare say he's got this one. Looks very good for him, and he'll nail it. Bomb goes down. Final round here. Next up has to go clutch.
I don't see a world where Nex can get past these 2 AWP lines. And, ooh, well, maybe Rox has given him one. A chance perhaps for the second. Flashes enable him to cross, but don't forget he doesn't have the bomb. And another fight. Oh, Chris J does manage to keep it stable, and mousesports from 7-0 get an 8-7 half. We are cooking with gas tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go too far. Eight-7 on the half, the first map, Vertigo. We thought we were about to get schooled. G2, we thought they were starting their Vertigo tutorial to start off the evening. It seemed that mousesports were not too interested. Once they got the double AWPs rolling, Rop's a part of that. Hunter, despite the comeback from Mouse, he's rocking quite the KD. So keep your eyes on him coming into the defense.
Yeah, quite the amount of innovations displayed there from G2. They had some great execution, some nice new grenades, but it wasn't quite enough. 8-7.5, split it right down the middle once again, and mousesports now on the T side. They've got himself a Molotov, 2 smokes, and a flashbang. Robs with the Superman setup here with the P250 in armor, and they look like they're running towards the B side of the map. Time will tell where they're off to. Towards there we go once again. As expected, we have got a couple of smokes. You'd expect a wall of smokes here on the A side of the map. Molotov the boost boxes and see if they can get that plant down. But we're going to see if there's any aggression here from the CT side. Hunter at the boost box, getting a bit of Vertigo himself up there.
Yeah,
I never loved that position. I am never really a huge fan, but there is someone spotting in the backlines here to make sure they can't get to sandbag. That's when he gets in trouble.
Super scientifically though. Look at Rush. Could you mind? He's just hiding his barrel behind the girder as well. Often sticking out. Amanek sticking out in the feed only for the first. Hunter exposed from the short push and now still standing his ground. Rops will catch him with the Superman setup, but 3 versus 2. Chris J to plan.
Well, bomb will be going down here. They've still got a smoke and that P250 on Robs of 100 HP here, so he has to be combative. He knows it as well. Chris J does deploy the smoke. Trying to get out of this scenario now. Close range is where he should shine, but he can't find a single kill.
Can you smell it?
Oh, apparently. There could be a 3 versus 1 for Robs here. It's looking pretty good. No kits available.
You can hear them dropping onto the site, and they push as one. Lovely work from G2. You punish the first peak, right? As soon as he gets the jiggle and has gotten away, he's won the round. He knew they had to win that duel the second he'd revealed himself. Great stuff.
G2.
Team Ace.
Yeah, indeed.
So we were talking about the opening duels and how low it is for mousesports within that first half. Karrigan was actually a big part of opening kills for them. He went 4-0 in terms of opening duels, and that was big over towards A, right? He was one of the assertive forces stopping them before they were able to get full control. Of his 7 kills that he managed to get in the first half, having 4 of them as opening frags, if they were all rounds that were converted to rounds in the back pocket, that's good stuff, right? Because we know Karrigan on social media hasn't been too happy with his performance thus far. Here's Rops dropping down a smoke into the B main. Did it miss?
Hello?
It's not there. It must have missed.
Damn, okay, so that's a lot of freedom given to these Deagles. Might catch Rops off guard. We'll check in with that if it becomes relevant. Rush has got all the eyes we need. And a boost. Unannounced boost does enable him, if they're holding a tight line, to really get up close. Which they are, so she can mantle over that, should he desire. For now, he'll play passive.
It's Karrigan with that opening kill with the P250, but that's all a ruse. You can see them set up towards B, ready to go to a contact play, and there's only one player towards that side of the map. Nexa is going to be pushing middle. There with Jax, they've got an open bomb site. They can't believe their luck here. Bomb going down for sure. It's on the back of Robs for now, and he's got an open runway with Karrigan. Oh, why did he pull the knife out?
That quick switch just killed him. Like, we talk about it being a bad habit. That one may just be coming back to haunt him.
Oh, that could do. That was a prime opportunity just to get 1 kill. And now the pressure is on. The Desert Eagles still make this work, but the pre-fires are coming through. It looks like G2 have done enough here. 1 knife switch has potentially cost them the round here. I'm not saying they definitely would have won it if he gets that kill, but probably got 1 more kill out of it, and it's going to be a pretty clean sweep towards the end. So fair enough getting the bomb planted there, but they certainly wanted a bit more.
I want to quickly correct myself. It was Nexa throwing the smoke, not Rops. Rops was on the T side. It was just Rops is the one who caught my eye last time we saw them play this map, because he had a smoke for that position from every single spawn, right? When he was spawning on the CT side, he always seemed to have a smoke from wherever he was to get it down as quick as possible. So Nexa not sticking the landing right there, but it didn't matter too much. But that plant, it does. mousesports can get a big buy on the cards right here, and, well, there it is. Fluffed his lines.
Where did it end up then? Oh, it went over the top. Thank you for the replay, Capitan.
Beautiful stuff there.
And the quick switch. Ooh. Yeah, hate to see it. It's no fun for anyone. 5v5 then. We're back off into the 3rd round of our 2nd half. Full weapons, I say that with the SMG caveat to preserved rifles, or excuse me, SMGs from round 2.
So,
lots of B action coming in here. What's Nexa's plan with that? Just underhand the smoke on contact?
A lot of noise.
They made way too much noise.
I don't know why they would continue with this 1 minute 20 remaining, but each to their own. They are going to be walking in and presumably getting this first kill. Missed spray from Nexa, but it will be converted by the HE, I'd imagine. Doesn't quite connect with Karrigan.
They saw all the nades as well get rallied on through towards that sandbag position. So probably reported there's a few members over towards that side of the map right here. They're investigating for any pushes. You can see just how worried they are about the A push, the mid push. Oh. This is the way that I thought the map was going to have to play out eventually anyway. We know with the 2 layers how you can hear a lot of the steps, obviously above and below. This is going to be an epic duel here in middle. It's the same as last round from G2. They're pushed, and Rops is getting the better of them this time round.
Well handled. Will they expect this? Look at the flank, Chris. Yeah! Oh, he's trying to survive. He does manage to get back down the ladder. Bit of an awkward one in middle. Jack's trying to deal with two different positions at the same time.
He's doing a great job, though. The fact he's still alive and upgraded to the M4 as well. He hasn't panicked too much, but still a 5 versus 3 in the B bomb side. I assume it's open once again, and it should be mousesports here with a comfortable closeout of this round. They've got 3 smokes, Molotovs available, and in a 5-on-3, it should be nigh on impossible to even get close to this bomb.
10 hot potato. Past the parcel. Eventually, bomb does go down.
It looks to me like Mouse have redone their theory on this map, or at least they've had a big conversation about how they want to approach it. Because there are certain mid-rounds here where they are staying very organized, whereas in the past, I think they might bloodlust and just run on in and go down. You know, we talk about this team and smoke gimmicks. Well, on the T side so far, it hasn't been about that type of play. We're only, of course, a couple of rounds in. But just there, it was a clear approach, and they were happy once they had the information to dawdle around, go somewhere else, find another fight, drop on back.
The stopping the CTs pushing middle for info on the B contact was really nice.
Yeah.
Coming back to B after the frags in middle.
So we know that G2 are a very assertive team on their CT side. You know, you think about maps like Inferno or Dust 2, they're always pushing for information either through those long doors or they're retaking top mid and the brackets position. Well, here middle seems to be quite key for them. And I guess if they clear out that ladder room and top mid, and it is a bomb site hit on B or A, they've taken the flank out of the equation. So that could be one of the positives to go for that type of a defense or an assertive mid-round play for info. And this is the one with Chris J. He's going to think to himself, mate, what do I even do here?
He got away with it, though. Chris J. getting that key bit of information there to get mousesports yet another round on the board. It's our first of the second half. Going to be 2-1. And it does mean G2 have plenty of cash going forward after saving a couple of weapons here. We've got 3, make it 4 M4A4s and Hunter with the UMP here. So a tactical timeout, the final one for G2 here. On their map pick suggests they're not having the best possible time. But remember, in this tournament, especially with the online play, Malik is able to communicate the entire time. It's not just in these timeouts itself. Just in case you guys are worried.
Yeah,
it's all under control.
No fear. Timeout does just enable you to have an extended conversation. And so now it's time to see what they've put their thinking caps on about. Still have that SMG on Hunter. Not sure how he's going to make that UMP utilized effectively. Taking it towards the A site for now.
So then, mousesports looking to find consecutive rounds here if possible. Rob's probing towards middle and Jack's boosted. We see a lot of players boosted. Middle wasn't really utilized ever before in previous iterations of Vertigo, especially the last couple of them. Now it's a super viable and important part of the map. Prime real estate. And we'll see Frozen and mousesports in general to slow a ride down. Flashbang goes on the corner here for Rob's. Just going to be making sure no one's super close range, but he does need to be aware of the boosted position.
4 members of Mouse start to congregate towards the A ramp, clearing as they go. Very passive hold from where I'm standing. I see just Hunter tucked in with a UMP. G2 are going to have to start pushing for information, and look at this. 2 descending the B stairs. Rops' responsibility. But they start their A hit. He's turned around. He's got the lineup. Hunter planning to nade that plant. As soon as the sound cue comes in, Kenny unloads a clip at the different plant. That Molotov may not work out. It's not going to quite get caught in a safe plant. Now they push into the crosshair, and Rops was ready. 1 for 1.
Is that going to be enough, though? There's now only 1 flashbang remaining on the mousesports side. We've got a smoke here for G2 as well. They start that retake here. Voxic holding the off angle here, dangling off the edge of the building, hoping he won't be checked. And in all this chaos, it might be overlooked. Time will tell, but it is quite a common position. Jack's edging his way forward, and he does check it, and it's a double kill for G2 here. They're going to have a 4-on-2 scenario. Remember, no grenades for mousesports. They can fight 2 for Nail. It's working out. And Frozen, he might have actually done enough here. The defuse has to come in. They've only got kid on Jax. Oh, he's floundering. They've actually lost the round. It's all falling apart here. There will be no defuse, and mousesports will find their second of this half.
They couldn't find the bomb. I think that was one of the problems right there as well.
Was it a or something? It looked a little bit strange.
That was unusual.
So they found it on the left-hand side of the site there, not actually on the side itself, because it was Molotoved.
That's right, yeah, the corner plant.
Yeah.
Maybe that was enough just to buy them the extra seconds. Frozen, he gets the shots. Great spray control into the first 2. We'll get to see Rops' first frag on that flank. Aminate did trade and proceed to actually claw his way back up the ramp. But let's see how this ended. Looks like it's all G2 frags, but you can see mousesports, they'll post the 9th on that and send the CTs into just P2Ks, a couple of nades, and that saved M4. Certainly doesn't look like enough to win a round, but I'm always happy to be proved otherwise.
More and more recently, we seem to see these rounds paying off because
Look at
people are
that
so
slither gap.
focused. They're so focused on the gun rounds that when these pistols come out, you get a little bit rattled, maybe lose 1 or 2 easy kills, and you quickly panic and you head over to the other side. And well, guess what? That's where the rest of the CTs could be waiting for you. So this was a very important round for mousesports here. They can tie things up at 10-10 if they're able to put this one on the board. Things have been looking much better for them ever since that 7-0 was posted, isn't it?
Yeah, 7-0, now 10-9. A 9-3 if you skip the first 7 rounds. It's been quite the performance from Mouse. Happy to see that them Vertigo has definitely evolved. Now Molotoving off the top position, full mid control gained, a flash towards the CT spawn, and Amanex off angle could have paid off. Tags Chris down low and can't be finished off by Nexa. Oh, well played. Chris keeps himself safe and takes 2 in the process.
Yeah, one of the few players using the MP7 these days. He always makes it look good. Money farmed, and presumably round 1. Hunter and Jackstone still the M4, and there's a huge gap in that smoke. Actually gives him a bit of a runway here. Jax will find 1. Back to a 2-on-2, and there is a kit available as well, so bear that in mind. They are going to go for this. Hunter looking for the 1 dig, and it's a great position from Frozen, and he'll get a lovely shot to follow it up. Molotov should shut this round down. We're going to tie things up. It goes 10-10. G2 starting to drop off the pace now. And they will have money for a buy, but Chris J managing to get the job done with that MP7.
I think mousesports might know what's on the line here. You know, their tournament life potentially on the line, knowing just those early losses that they've had against teams they should be beating every day of the week. Well, now they have to do it the hard way. Now they have to beat the G2s of the world just to keep their head above water. So we are seeing some good stuff coming on through here. Final kill from Woxic.
That's a cool little play. So dropping the incendiary, then swinging while it's in the air as well. Lovely stuff. So, as we mentioned, there is a buy for G2, but as you can see, compromises need to be made. They certainly don't have the double AWP set up as of yet. Jax towards the middle. Just Pixel spotting. Will drop the smoke as soon as he feels under threat. Regardless, chucks it at the choke, but Rops is ahead of that. This actually helps him out because he assumes it's clear now, and they've already snuck past. This could be a nightmare. All down to the timing, really.
Jax boosted, though. If Kenny gets back... Oh, they're boosting themselves. This is going to be a Jax advantage, you'd assume. Oh, he gets it. Rops tags him down to 40. Kraken could try and get the trade. He has the info and a dunk to ensure the 4v4 is maintained. Amanex in the RPK spot. There's a lot of damage to be inflicted here. And yeah, Chris J is caught out. This should be the trade from Woxic, and he does level it. 3v3. Kraken's aggressing into the Kenny scope. Burning his toes significantly, but still keeping the man advantage.
mousesports have 2 players remaining and a couple of Molotovs as well, but they level the playing field. It's going to be Nexa taken out here. Lovely incendiary. They're burning to a crisp here. It's so overwhelming. And Frozen, now luckily have a smoke to buy himself a few seconds. Still have the Molotov available as well. Why one of Molotov off the right-hand side. Gets a first kill, but traded out by Hunter. It's going to be G2 posting their first after conceding 3.
That Molotov from Hunter was perfect,
nice,
wasn't it? That nade Molotov combo was great. It's very stifling on that bomb site.
And then you just force into a real awkward wide swing.
Yeah, we know how open this bomb site is now. You can clearly see there isn't as much cover as there was before. A Jenny being removed right there, and obviously seems like the site has been widened significantly.
I think the removal of quad does make it feel a lot more T-sided, like T-favored. You don't no longer have that deep corner you have to commit to just to start planting.
Yeah, and the mouth is obviously a bit
Shadow,
wider as well.
interesting.
So
Shadow advantage on boost box. Remember that one for the future.
not bad. Not a bad little lesson right there. Remember that one for all of your matchmaking games. I'm sure you won't be getting too many Vertigo ones. But
Stabbing each other in spawn. Kenny gets a right stab in the back, I assume.
I believe that was actually HE.
yeah,
Is it
nade
towards the
through the mid window.
Ah, well, there you go. That's not bad. There's a lot of damage.
Yeah, they do that
get
one.
on the corner.
Similar one is what they used to do when there was the sandbag position, but it's off that girder.
Sure.
Triple boost.
That's really cool. Wow, it is quite a commitment here on the A side of the map, and you wouldn't necessarily expect this on a gun round, so I like the play. Do they go for multiple frags as well? Is it just take a frag, drop off, or do you wait for a couple? I'll be interested to see what Hunt will go for. He's got the silenced M4 as well. Bear that in mind. It'll be difficult to work out exactly where he is. But this can be pre-fired. A lot of T teams will walk up if they're coming here late. I don't know if this is going to work out.
Oh, he gets put on the box. Chris J sits Hunter down for a conversation, and it's an awkward one. Hunter forced to watch now. 5 versus 4. mousesports looking for the equalizing 11th. They've got so many smokes still. They're starting to bombard the site. Kenny, he's staying around. He's actually got a bit of a gap here. Oh, he can really exploit that. Does he want to stick around? It looks like he's trying to get out of dodge instead.
Oh, they're running away. They're going to hear this.
Isn't that audible?
Yeah, very
so
audible. Oh, they're scrambling. Everyone's scrambling right
Who's on
now.
B? It's wide open. Karrigan's made the right call. It's a wide open site. He's just walking in first. He's telling them he's with such conviction. Follow me, lads. It's going to be clear. Through mid, Rops catches the rotate. There's a second chance as well. Jax, catching him on the scroll wheel, but still, he goes down. Kenny on the retakes hits some brilliant shots. Another in the open on the jiggle. He hits through the box. And now all on to Amanek, softened up by Kenny. This could be the 1 versus 2. Looking good. Sees his backpack. Woxix being so cheeky. He's running out of bullets. 6, and it's not enough.
How Voxer gets away with that, I'll never know. 31 HP, just 1 bullet would have done it, but still, it will be mousesports coming out on top. Tuck and Tail running back towards the B bomb side. What an excellent call there. You can see how quickly, with the new connector position, you can get up those steps in an open site. It's just beautiful to watch. And G2, they are going to be wrecked for their finances now. $2,000 per player, going to have to be the eco. And mousesports, a chance to actually take their opponent's pick here. And there was 7-0 down, Chad.
Yeah, and this is the mousesports that we've been missing over the last couple of days, haven't we? We're talking about they were lacking in opening kills. Well, now they're winning 12-10. They were lacking in terms of multi-frags. Well, they've caught right up. They've got 14 to their name. There's 18 on that G2 side of things. But the round's about to fall in the favor of mousesports, assuming nothing goes awry right here.
I like the idea. Something we'd have come up with for hugging that half wall with just P250s, CZ as well. I think Robs is far too smart for this. Will Kenny's jiggle bait him in? Let's find out. Okay, that's the bait. Robs the fishy, not gonna fall for it.
Oh, you're getting inquisitive.
He's interested. Okay, now that's a little dodgy. Here they come. A wave of CTs. And they will get themselves an AK, but that's pretty much all. They'll rotate back through middle. And I think that's mousesports' cue to start charging into the A site. They have taken a lot of space already. Kerrigan holding the line before the smokes do bloom. Now they're up. He can plant. Perfect.
Yeah, should be no danger of losing this round, that's for sure, but maybe they can steal away a couple of AK-47s. They've already managed to find one. That was from Rops towards middle with the mid-stack coming in. Kerrigan gets himself close towards the CD sniper deck here. Flashbang to go in. Maybe he'll swing. I think he will. Ooh.
Thought they'd have a bit more aggression there. It felt like they were setting something up. Maybe they'd had a conversation about that one. Kerrigan doesn't want to give the AK-47 away, and that's actually the smarter play in this kind of a round.
Definitely, but it's not the most fun.
Hey, Green, did you play any Minecraft last night?
No, I didn't. We got back very late, didn't we? So I sadly didn't. I really wanted to get some more netherite gear, to be honest.
Yeah. You just go straight to bed like a good boy? This is where the nade comes in. You ready? Hey, cheap!
If only. If only.
We get all day tomorrow, I suppose, to play Minecraft, so...
Yeah, it should be fun.
Day off.
Really excited to get back into the nether, see what's going on, kill some ghasts and all that kind of stuff.
We're going to do another ESEA grind?
Yes, most definitely, of course.
Sweet. I'm really starting to enjoy the defining of my roles a little bit in our fragging group.
I gave you the MSL job on Nuke. What did you think about that one?
I like the MSL job.
Yeah?
I mean, I didn't have much impact, but I guess, you know, there's always next time.
You don't get the kills that come to you, Alex. You know, that's the way the Counter-Strike goes on.
Chad. They didn't do any vent dives.
Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. You did get some frags outside when you rotated top ladder with the AWP, though.
Yeah,
so
that sounds fine.
Speaking of AWPs, Kenny's got one out now, and that might be the change that G2 are looking for here. Potentially have to be a little bit more assertive across the map to find some opening picks, because mousesports seem like they're playing the mid-rounds very well. It's been multiple times that they've gone to a site, it looks like they're going to hit it, and then they see that there's too many members there, there's too many grenades, that gets all reported in, and well, they hightail it. They're able to rotate back around and make G2 look a little bit silly with their over-rotation. So,
oh, look at this buy from Chris J as well. He could have afforded absolutely everything. They're going for a quick run boost. It's perfect.
Hello.
You like to see those ones.
So satisfying to watch.
Well,
Rops.
I was going to mention they've got no helmets, and Chris J's Mac 10 can do all the work here. It might have been better to just throw him around the corner, but still, they've got an opening 4-on-4. They can't be too mad about it. They actually missed that run boost a couple of days ago as Chris J that was flung to his death. But they'll head back towards the A site here. Frozen, already progressing towards short.
There are very few teams you get to see doing the run boost in an official game. Glad mousesports are one of them. Nexas wants to take a little initiative here. Catch Woxic on the off angle, and he does. He just trims the tips of his hair. 4 versus 3 now. They continue their advance. Frozen locked out by the nade. This fights everything, and Nexa, he's on for 3. Will be silenced by Jax, who needs to get that upgrade weapon. It is only on to Frozen now. He hasn't got much of a shout in this one, despite being caught with a nade. His smooth move enables him to have another bite of the cherry. There's a chance, but Kenny makes sure it's not a long one.
Oh, well, Frozen does manage to pull one back, but it will be G2 posting their first round in quite a while. It's going to be 12-12, though. mousesports actually broken financially in some cases, but they do manage to get AKs one more time. Here's the run boost. You can see how beautifully done this was. No even jump required. Straight into it, and a flashbang goes over the top as well. He's actually blind as well, so Kerrigan throws the flashbang as they're doing the run boost there. A lot of pressure, Chad, to nail the jump on the first go.
Yeah, and that's why we don't see it too much within the pro circuit, because that margin for error, you fall. You're just you're giving away an entry kill at that point. You're not even getting yourself in a chance to find a frag. So curious there, but G2, they were able to play in transition as mousesports were setting on up and make them pay. It looks like now Mouse have got better of the A bomb, so we'll be heading over back towards B. They have enough nades to make this work, and Krisha, he's just walking on up, straight on in.
Hey, he's helping himself. Nexa, though, an ideal position to potentially shut this one down, but the M4, it doesn't do a lot of damage until now. He might even get 2 out of this one. He has done more than enough for his team at that point. It looked like he was absolutely done for there. Kerrigan looking for multiple kills, only finding 1, though. Frozen, another 3-on-1. And presumably will be taken down momentarily. There it is. Kenny S finds him the lead once again. We said the money was weak going into round number 25. It certainly is here now. $2,500 per player. And we're getting to the very exciting point of the map. So they will have to take an eco, allowing G2 to go to 14-12. On the CT side, it is considered to be a T-sided map, but it's not really clear right now. We're still seeing this map develop every week.
We had Frozen's POV then, right? And we just got Kenny's to close that out. You can see when Frozen rounded that corner, he saw absolutely nothing. Kenny saw Frozen what felt like years. So that's the left eye, right eye peek kind of scenario going on down, as it will just be these pistols. And there it is. The AWP strikes true, and Kerrigan will fall here. So, nice opening from Kenny.
Oh, he's got the lineup. We talked about this. He knows what he's got to do for that crouch pre-aim. 2 very, very quick kills. Kenny, comfortable. He's one of the few that really does make that AWP look natural on Vertigo.
Yeah, he really does.
Device, another one. This is a risk. Look at Nexa. He's playing the quad. It's a slither of metal. And now deciding to reveal his position. It's worked wonders. Another triple kill for Nexa. Anchor on the site, just locking him out. But that was the eco. Now the real test coming. G2, 2 rounds away from converting their map pick.
Well, money's back on track for mousesports, and checking out the B stream as well, you can see Movistar Riders getting manhandled by the Copenhagen Flames. They managed to take some huge scalps on their journey here on the road to Rio, and this could be another one of those stories. Movistar Riders also been impressive, so good job the Copenhagen Flames of that round, and map will be theirs. Molotov towards the corner of the box.
The black smudge and the fourth white smudge.
4th splatter.
4th splatter, that was the correct term.
You see with what they're doing here, though, they're trying to isolate any CTs who are in front of that Molotov. The flash comes through, they both clear it, and now that they know there's no early information, but with Jax boosted on that box, he can very quickly take that back. We have Rops here with a smoke, which is likely going to go over to the construction position, and that's where, well, Nexas standing and waiting. That one lands beautifully there. Couldn't ask for anything more. Jax is on his own right now.
Ooh, and he had the headshot. You could see the cool shades of cool guy Kerrigan. Manages to pick up that first frag, boosting up as well. This could catch Kenny S off, and it does. mousesports, they're doing all the moves to find 2 opening frags here on middle.
What's their final play, though? Still possible for Nexa to get a couple here and peel off. He'll get the first, looking for that second now. He gets Kerrigan, they're right back into the round, but it's a huge kill for the in-game leader to find, and Voxic, he's looking off the choke points here. Hunter, he's actually going to save already.
The barrel got spotted there, so Voxic knows something's up. He's definitely heard the drop of the weapon, but they don't know that the round is guaranteed. The save is already coming through, and that's important to get the AWP back over into the hands of Kenny. The money, or the loss bonus, sorry, for G2 will only be 1,400. Should still be able to get a buy going if they hold on to these weapons. Not too many dramas. Guys, do you find out, like, I'm finding now during this whole quarantine situation that when I wake up every day and I check my phone to see all the messages from all the people who love me. There's no messages because you guys are with me all the time.
Yeah, there's no emails or messages normally.
Yeah, it's
a
a bit
few
sad.
companies get in contact.
I've had lots of requests to do interviews, but
I haven't even got that chat. No one even cares about me, so...
I care about you, Henry.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, no one else really cares about us.
I'm just turning my phone off during the day now. I've decided. I just thought I'd just turn it off, and then when I turn it on in like 8 hours time from now, we'll see how many messages I have.
Yeah, that's what my grandma does. She treats it like a phone box. She like checks in with it, turns it on.
I know I'm addicted to the thing, so the longer I can have it out of my hands, probably the better. But
ooh, okay, so they're doing this a similar strategy to that of mousesports here, transitioning to a double AWP. I wonder if one of them solo B. I saw Amanek heading towards that direction. It does seem he's playing B for now. Kenny aggressive in middle.
Yeah, I like the aggressive AWP towards middle. It can be very powerful, but this is the scariest battle you have to take. Challenging towards his generator. Has got Jax there as well, so we're establishing some solid control. The AK-47's available. Rob's not interested in the battle, though. Just really looking for some A control. Going to join his teammates eventually, but Jax is pushing towards spawn. Happy to challenge anyone that could be holding this flank. Rops was, but not anymore.
I love how active this is. We haven't seen what G2 are doing out of any of the teams so far on Vertigo, but it will be the A hit. Can they contain it? Can they slow this down for that flanker Jax to come through?
Looking good with the first from Kenny, and Kraken very exposed. Damage from Hunter as he tries to tuck tail. Chris J will find something. This is the flank from Jax. A little too late, perhaps.
Oh.
Chris J will be getting that bomb down. Never mind, a wall bang. Amanek had the lineup.
Yeah, that was from the CT sniper deck as well. That's huge. It brings it down to a 4 versus 2. Robson frozen with 40 seconds here. Going for the plant. Another wallbang attempt will be attempted, but it doesn't land. A chance now. Molotov available for Frozen. Might want to get that in towards the elevators momentarily, but is trying to wait to the last possible moment to get it down here. That's not bad. And now Robs. He gets his kill. They're back in the round, but the timing is terrible. That's unfortunate. And Frozen. He'll be taken out as well. Map point G2.
Damn, Jax. That's 15 now. One more.
So not only are they doing aggressive plays on the CT side, we've seen them push towards B, we've seen them push towards middle now, taking back information on anti-ecos. They even had the retake smokes. So we just saw those 2 smokes posted up there towards the top of the ramp. The thing is, I thought flanking would be so much more powerful, but obviously that bridge being the only choke point that the CTs are able to come on through to deal with that A side, it's so difficult, right? It's not an easy place to clear whatsoever. So the flank, you have to be really quiet like we saw from Jax. He didn't make any noise, he went very late, but it was a key kill.
Well, here we go then. Could be the final round here. Kenny S with the same peak towards the A ramp. Spots a couple of players, but doesn't connect the shot. Carrigan just with a Tech 9 here, opting for the utility over the firepower. See whether Robs can dissect the middle position. Once again, beating those smokes that the CT's deployed.
Jax, he's positioned himself in quite the off angle, just standing on top of the, what do we call them? Pallets? Closest?
That's probably...
Plasterboard?
Yeah.
Plasterboard. Wow, great patience from Amanek. Made sure he had the clear shot and will connect, and so will Jax. Perfect. You talk about having the AK and enabling players to play like that, Henry.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It means you can take more combative positions, knowing that the one-taps could come through eventually, and it looks like G2 have done enough here. 15-13, 5-on-2. Amanek looks confident towards the B side of the map. Decent smokes here from mousesports, but Jax looking to close things out.
Here comes Carrigan. He's got the one, but that's the bomb loose. There's plenty of time for Chris J to work, but there's not enough space. Hunter takes it from them, and G2 convert their map pick. Pushed by mousesports, a 7-0 start. We finish 16-13.
everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and clean my throat. We all have our reasons why we are on this track. Oh, we all have our burdens, yeah, but we just keep on fighting and we never look back. Here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come, my tears, we're still breathing. Standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and clear my throat. We rise up from the dust and clear my throat. We rise up from the dust and clear my throat.
Under peach yellow skies, dreaming big and aiming high. Name the clouds passing by, wishing we run away. All we need is our passports, baby. Leave the rest in our troubled minds. Let us go down in laughter, baby. Trying to figure out what we're at.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, to discuss our first map of G2 mousesports. We were worried about Mouse, wondering whether or not they were starting to get a little stale, but there's some clear development on their first map, and it was G2's pick as well, so keeping it right down to a one round from map regulation max.
I think that's the key conversation, right? Is just about mousesports. Because coming in, we were singing the praises of G2, and well, sure, they had a couple of flubs there, but otherwise it looked pretty good. Now, with mousesports, I want to kind of give people at home the context of maybe why we're concerned with them. And in the ESL 1 Road to Rio, right, they kicked off against the Movistar Riders, which is behind us right here, and they lost 2-0. And Train was one of the maps that they lost. So we're like, oh, Train's their home map. They shouldn't be losing to these guys. But some clear hard work and counter-strategy came through. But still, you would expect mousesports to at least pick up a map in that series.
Absolutely.
They went on to play North. They then played Mirage and Vertigo. Now, North, as a Mirage team, you know, they're okay, but they shouldn't be as good as a mousesports, who once upon a time was a home map. Again, North 2-0'd mousesports. Then you move forward to the Contact Gaming series. Mouse were actually able to get a victory on the board there. They had a 16-1 on Train, a 16-2 on that of Dust 2, but then Inferno was a map that they had lost in overtime. It was 19-16. And versus FaZe, just the other day, we saw them get blown out of the water on Train again, another loss. And today, well, they've kicked it off with yet another L in that column. So you look at all the red right now, if you go on HLTV.org just to look at these guys, that's why we're starting to get worried. They're not losing to just the best teams in the world, they're losing to everybody.
Yeah, I guess in this particular map, though, we can give them a pinch of salt here. They were 7-0 down to kick things off, though, right? They showed great tenacity. They didn't give up. They didn't look frustrated. They managed to batten down the hatches and show us they are a competitive Vertigo team right now. 16-13 against G2, I consider the best Vertigo team right now. I think that's still a good result. They can't be too hard done by giving away the opponent's map.
And, of course, you know, they got what they needed as well. Look, stuff like this from Rops, Frozen's clutch. Let's not forget that was a huge swing round to make the rounds get as close as we do see here in the replays, all the way down to the wire. Jax, he did look rather crispy. This death for Frozen was a quick one, but all around G2, quick reminder of their faces. Jax performing well. Nexas, the anchor on B, doing his duty. Kenny, that T-side AWP on Vertigo, again, having no issues finding those multi-kills.
One of the few AWPers that can really make the weapon work in this map. Voltic had some moments here, but nowhere near the impact Kenny S had there. So continues to look strong on Vertigo. And moving on to Train as well. If Kenny S is showing up, Vox has got his hands full here.
Here's one thing that I do want to talk about. I understand from the economical side of things why they would have Cristiano Deagle in certain rounds. You know, maybe they're going in with a lower buy, so if they lose, he could do that thing where he drops the AWP to Woxic, and then Woxic can win the round single-handedly. So he's assisting in that way. But if he's going to constantly be down the bottom of the scoreboard and you put rifles in his hands and then he was able to get more kills, wouldn't that be the ideal solution, right? Why are you banking for rounds that you might lose?
I like this idea when it's very situational, you're trying to save money or trying to steal a round away, that's cool. But when we're seeing almost every single gun round when he's saving this $5,000, it's a nice idea. You got to keep Voxic with AWPs there, but you're losing all of your games right now. So this probably isn't working for you, right?
It's very easy, actually, to sit there and go, 16-13. Imagine if...
He had a weapon a few times.
A couple more kills.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I do get the concept in the sense of, okay, you know, so let's say someone gets picked off, Chris can go get that gun. But it doesn't work if Kraken gets picked off going aggressive A ramp because he can't go aggressive A ramp and get the gun with only a deagle.
If this was such a brilliant idea, there'd be other teams doing it, right? And a lot more successful teams right now than mousesports. So I don't think it's going to be the future. An interesting idea, but one I don't think will be replicated going forward.
And one we can continue to keep our eye on when we venture to our second map. We're going to take a quick break. When we do come back, it will be another mousesports train. Let's see how they fare up against G2.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
To be brilliant is to defy convention and challenge expectations. So Intel will bring the processing power for when it's time to go brilliant. Frame rates that keep up with your reflexes. Brilliant. Fast clock speeds for when you're on the clock. Brilliant. It's what we do at Intel, powering you to master your potential. Will you rise? Intel. Unleash your brilliance.
Last year, we took 2 lucky winners on a trip to Berlin and gave them the experience of a lifetime. This year, we can take you for a trip to Rio. Take part in a series of GG.bet contests for a chance to win awesome prizes and a trip to Rio. See details on the website.
ESL 1 Road to Rio is brought to you in part by Intel, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, and Gigabyte.
Things heating up in the server and in the studio, actually. That curry's hit me, boys. I'm feeling a little sweaty.
I'm getting a bit sweaty right now myself.
How do you guys speed eat? How many years did it take you to craft speed eating in between games? Because that's not something that, as an analyst, I get to sit there and eat while I watch.
I've been doing it for 31 years.
31 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone says I'm a bit of a freak when it comes to eating, always just getting it down as quick as I possibly can. This is the exciting bit.
He just wants the nutrition. He just wants the nutrition.
We've just got food coming into me. We've got a second map coming up here, though, boys. It's going to be Train. Are you excited?
I'm
Great segment.
so ready.
Great segment.
What a segment, boys. I'm ready. Let's get into it. It's Train. mousesports taking on G2 Esports. Already the French find the first. It was their pick, Vertigo. Now mousesports looking to find the rebuttal. It is something that they've certainly got some fine-tuned and easily to identifiable traits on their Train, and they do look like they'll be starting on that T side. So expect to see some battles out of main, getting Chris J or Carrigan under the G2 skin. But looks like the pistol is a different variation. We're going to be seeing a fast smoke towards Connector Inner.
Goes all the way in towards Connector inside and robs with a beautiful shot. That's Kenny S going down. A bit of aggression there towards Ivy. Smoke is down, and now Malik to defend.
One, and maybe two. It's actually going to be Hunter.
He's out.
Chipping away on one of them, but Rops will claw it back with a sensational second. This is why they give him the P250. 4 kills. Rops has won this round on his own. That's beautiful. Frozen, he gets given a P250 as well. They give their stars of the show exactly what they need.
Well, there it is. Robs delivering on all fronts here. It was a P250 shot to kick things off. Aggression for Kenny S. And then it seemed like G2 had some footing into the round, but apparently not. Robs just finding absolutely every head, and that's going to be kicking them off in the right direction here. It's going to be some sort of force fight, imagine, from G2. And yes, is it ever? It's going to be 3 scouts, 2 pistols, and looking to cause as much chip damage as they can with the scouts over to the CZs, and Deagle can close things out. Big round here, and this one normally converts, to be honest with you, on Train. We'll see what G2 can make of it.
Well, you don't normally see an Ivy anti-eco approach, right? That's one of the choke points we like them to stay away from. But there's not a huge amount of attention there right now. It's just Amanek having to deal with what could potentially be on the other side of that smoke. For all he knows, it could be clear. Some utility used right now. They've actually smoked off towards the pop positions. That's going to lock Jax in place. Flashes over the yard. That would be a tell that there's working through main, but all the action will be on Ivy here, leading the way with the Deagle. Will be out of Chris. So it's a P250, not a Deagle. Not a big gun, just a little one.
Oof, not bad.
Big nade, though.
Yeah, that's going to soften him up for Deagles, just like that. 2 body shots, 1 headshot. Nexa adds 2 to his tally. However, a flurry of frags from Frozen, Carrigan, and even Rops adding his name to the list has put us all onto Amanek, an unarmored scout. A known position as well. This one's all said and done.
It was looking so good here for the G2 boys, but this force buy has been shut down and sent packing. mousesports were looking for 3-0 now as they're up against a full eco. Robs with 2 more kills to his name there and manages to avoid death. 6-0. Round 3 coming up, and we will have not much available for the CT side here. Nexas, 2 opening kills of that big HE as well. That's a 5-on-3. You'd think they convert this one, but out of nowhere. All the kills required for mousesports. Blink and you miss it. And just a single flashbang here. So just going to be setting themselves up in one position. Already tucked away outside. 1 flash and see what can be done. They could be rushing Ivy as well.
This could be quick.
So there's 1 flash on the corner and in they go. No one there though.
Frozen is, and he wants to have a little gallery. Does tap away at the first, but a couple of dinks are going to get him a bit more of a passive stance. Teammates coming to back him up as well. So he's managed to buy enough time to stop that CT barrage. Oh, they want to run boost through it. Yeah!
Well, they're not getting it. Doesn't really matter.
Let's try again. Here we go. Catapult, Trebuchet, and yeah, Jax was the projectile. He is met by Frozen, just using that P250. Dropped his AK if he was going to go down. I wonder if it's within a retrievable range.
I think Chris got it. I think they swapped weapons right there, because you can see Chris, he doesn't have a pistol, and he was rocking that P250 before. Because I've been reading this Lonely Planet book a little bit more, and I was looking at the wildlife that's over there in Brazil. And did you know that they have a poison dart frog?
I've heard of that. Those are the ones that are like those really vibrant colors.
That's
There's a poison.
I think it's called a bullfrog.
Oh, maybe.
Those ones are cool. I remember those. Back in primary school, we did a whole thing on the Amazon rainforest and everything like that. I'm remembering all the bullfrogs and the dangerous colors.
Yeah. The color means they're dangerous.
Yeah.
They want
What
to
about
tell the
tarantulas,
predators
Henry?
they're poisonous.
Tarantulas. Give me a question.
There's a
I know lot
tarantula.
about tarantulas.
I won't give you a question. I'll give you a little bit of information.
Bit of trivia?
Yeah, the Amazon has several species of huge, hairy arachnids, including one with a leg span of more than 33 centimeters. And I might put it in a measurement you might be able to relate
just a
to.
ruler.
Henry, that's 13 inches.
That is quite a big spider. I like the sound of it. I'd like a pet spider. Maybe we should get one in Malta. Nice little cage for it. Or it can just run free.
Yeah, it will be caged.
Yeah, we could have like an open range one, but
I think we already have a couple of those in the house. Don't you worry about that. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's the opening smokes that we've seen from mousesports time and time again here on train. The 5-lane and the E-box smoke. There was the Molotov down towards the back of the green train as well, but they haven't actually followed through on this. They're just going for a default spread. Pop control, one guy above the box holes, watching for inside pushes, and that could be on the cards here. Look at this from G2. 3 individuals now combing through the box holes.
Yeah, they're going to have to see if they can get further together. 3 of them committing to this spot. They find Ropsy. He's just committed to one the smoke. He's going to drop down towards Pop Dog. Lovely movement as well. Silent as you like. Jax, none the wiser. Do they want to commit down here? Oh, they do.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Bides his time, and there's the first, looking for the second.
No, Hunter.
Chris J, very quick to react, and so managing to keep the advantage minimal, and Kraken can't believe his luck. Nexa staring at the bomb train, hoping to catch one crossing. Instead, the bomb's now down, and this flank will be a lot. Jax taking Voxic out of the equation. A second frag necessary. Carrigan tucked in, frozen on the bomb train as well. That Molotov,
Oh, it's a good one. I like that. Fortunately, does manage to get 1 kill back there, so it did lead into a frag at least, but it will be mousesports extending the lead, and G2 find maximum loss bonus, but that doesn't get you too far on the CT side. Mousesports, their pick, looking very confident. G2 will have to give this one up as well. Partial buys available at the very top end. That's Scouts and Deagles again. I don't know how Chris J is reacting to this. The communication very good at that point. That's a silence M4 coming down. Pop Dog, bear in mind.
It's a bit weird that, you know, they didn't all just drop with Hunter there after he had spotted one in the back. It's like, oh, they're here, boys. We can get them. You know, they were going for more of a dank flank, but it wasn't to come on through. And now just with these pistols, it seems like it is most likely going to be another mousesports round on the board. Amanek about to be flushed out, spammed on through. Molotov as well, and there's the kill. Frozen will claim that one. And that's the start we're looking for here. So far in terms of the opening duels, mousesports are winning 3-2. Multi-kills in their favor, 5-2 as well here.
Oof. Gave it a good go, but Carrigan bests Kenny.
It doesn't look good for Hunter either. He is getting roasted at the bottom of the train here. To be Carrigan to take him down. Bit of a master on this particular map. As we'll see, just Jax remain. No damage inflicted to 4 of the mousesports players as they get the bomb down as well. Jax will be lucky to get a kill as it seems like they found him. And it'll be Chris J to put him to bed there. It's going to be 5-0 overall. And now maybe even a double orb setup on the CT side. Things couldn't go much worse for them at this stage. So Kenny S with the first. See if they fancy it.
Similar start, different team to Vertigo. 7-0 was the G2 start, 5-0 now for mousesports.
So we've watched a lot of G2 on train, I think, recently. Remember, Amanek does like to AWP quite a lot, if he can. Doesn't want to bring it out just yet. So M4 for round number 6. Mousesports, they've already had a decent half at this stage. They can just keep applying this pressure, keep the speed and pace up, and they'll throw a couple of grenades towards the bomb train itself.
Interesting. So you've seen mousesports do this a couple of times. It seems that they want to throw HEs out of main as a way to pull utility out of the CTs early.
Well, normally when they do their smoke wall, people are jumping across the top of the bomb train and trying to push through that sandwich smoke to deal with Carrigan weaseling behind it. We've seen this so much from G2. Just within these 2 maps on their CT side, they love to walk on in, take this aggression, and they're backing their aim, right? They're backing their crosshairs in these situations. The fact that they're not using utility smokes, flashes to get on into those positions mean that tell isn't gone on through to mousesports. They aren't aware they've lost this territory.
The setup is so strong. Because they're in main, Amanek can play green train for IV, and if they come down pop, you've got Hunter in main with a real tight line for anyone that leaves Pop Dog. This is a good setup. I love it from G2, and I struggle to see how they break through. This was his chance, and just like that, now they're exposed. Hunter has to hold the line. Jack's still responsible for main. Nobody's coming.
Can you see the barrel of main entrance there? It looked like he could.
Oh, they're heading in. Frozen could go backtracks here. Good catch. Hunter reveals he's sitting in main. They still haven't committed. There's nades all over the place. Frozen taps away. Nexa will shut him down. 3v3. Looks like Inna's going to be the port of call. Can he smoke main? Not hold them at bay, and he re-peeks straight into Voxic.
Oh, it's so good for Voxer there. He sees the smoke coming through. He knows he's got a window to get in position and take down Kenny S. 3 versus 2, but G2 probably need to go for this one. They've got the kits, smokes, incendiaries, flashbangs as well. But a man disadvantage. Next, they're looking to change that. Does get a ding towards Chris Jake and followed up with the HE. That's going to take him down. Now they've got a chance. They can still smoke the bomb. They have to go for this one. They need this round. Best chance they've had, and it might have been shut down already. Rops will continue with his success here on train. The incendiary does nothing for them. Voxer was already at the ladder. Nexa knows his days are numbered here. He won't even get the shot in, and mousesports 6-0 now on the T side of train. Similar start to Vertigo, just the other way around.
That's one of the tendencies of Voxic that they like to run with here is get him down low ramp and then post him up to watch connector with the AWP. The fact that he had the lucky timing there onto Kenny. Kenny's going to be kicking himself right now because he's 0 and 6 and he has 0 ADR, which means he hasn't even had a chance to shoot a bullet at anybody right now, or maybe he has, but...
Did Frozen die, or is he still undefeated? I think, yeah, okay, so 10-1 now. He did go down in that previous round, 167 ADR. He is heads and shoulders above anyone else, and my goodness, Kenny on that goose egg, still such a prominent presence on map 1, but so far unable to get too much going.
Yeah, that means not a single grenade or bullets landed for him yet. He's been wrecked, rattled. And they've got another eco coming up in round number 7 as well. At least a very partial buy. They can get Deagle armor, but Kenny probably can't with $3,600. He actually has the least amount of cash here, considering he's the AWPer. So, their woes continue by looks of things here, and the money continues to swell on the mousesports side of things. All for Voxic with $11,000 behind him as well with all the grenades. I don't think they'll be eco the rest of this half.
Well, Mouse have definitely changed their approach, right? They haven't just gone with the 5 and E-box smoke out to lane to find some opening kills. They've gone with different variations, and they've had success on Karrigan. And I think that's the difference maker here today is with some of these other matches we've seen from Mouse. We know that Karrigan very vocal about when he has a bad performance. Well, here he's looked much more assertive. Same thing can be said for Vertigo. He was doing a good job of stopping a lot of those A-ramp pushes. But here's Rops getting greedy with a CZ. Will drop Hunter very quickly. Now the nades can follow. Molotov to flush anyone from the E-box position, and this should be a pretty clean round from Mouse.
I think he might be right. G2 will be sticking together, using the buddy system towards outside and inner, but they currently hold in towards hell. See Jackson, Kenny hoping to get a couple of Deagle kills here if possible. Kenny with no armor, for reasons we stated before. And Chris Jade flushing position out, probably gets both, and he certainly will. 5 versus 2, Chris Jade 1 point of health.
That's a tough one. 1 additional point of damage would have forced a full rebuy, but as you said, doesn't look like the mousesports bank is any close to being broken. Does finally go down. Smoke for the weapon retrieval. Voxic trying to get ahead of that to stop it. Look at him. Oh no, he puts himself at risk. Now they want it too. This is a bit of a clown fiesta, but it does look like Nexus got himself an AK. He could try and get out of there. He's actually going to fight in the spray, as wild as it was. Karrigan's doing concentric circles. But we do eventually have it all done.
Well,
weapon saved.
It's been a strange finish to that round, but I'm just glad it's over.
Yeah, I thought you might be. I was making sure I kept talking, so you weren't talking about that one.
I appreciate it. Look at this mess from Karrigan there, but he gets the kill. I'm fine with that. And we will see G2 with the double AWP set up as expected. Amanek, Chad, do you remember the conversation we had? It felt like he was almost forcing the AWP every single time.
On Mirage,
right?
it was really bad, right? On Mirage, they were doing it a lot, and they were left in retake situations, finding no success, or he's being overrun right there. So, well, there we go. Kenny's on the board, ladies and gentlemen. That's his opening frag. The first one, the sniper is in the server, that's for sure, and Karrigan's going to get taken down as well.
He was flashed, just looked a bit weird there. You can see the assist from Amanek, so he was just hoping he could stay quiet, but didn't realize he's in the flames. So, surely, this is where G2 come to life here. Frozen at the end of Ivy, though. Knows he has to take matters into his own hands, potentially. He's got Rops behind him. A very powerful duo. And there's double orbs to defend Ivy here. They could be in trouble.
Yeah, how do they swing on this? Amanek, they're already set up, mate. Oh, that's what we're talking about. Frozen just decapitates him, and that's one of the AWPs out of the round before it even gets a shot fired.
Yeah, that's huge. And Jax will have to push inside. Luckily, no one there, but Voxic with the AWP is a main entrance.
They do tend to have the buddy system for these aggressive pushes, though.
Yeah.
It's very clearly defined within their rule set that they have to travel in pairs. Noah would be proud. Kenny's in a real tough spot. He's got to be responsible for the potential of backtracks, and he does manage to catch one in limbo. Frozen, leaving the safe haven that was IV, and now walked into the crosshairs, and Jax's aggression has found Voxic as well. Kenny will round it out. That's a first round, really, for him. All 3 kills going his way. Puts him nice as the impact player of round 8. So they wake up, and it is feeling a little bit like Vertigo. 7-1. Here we go.
It's going to be
8-7.5.
Here's the thing. I think that Mouse have done a lot of work in the few days off that they've had since their last matchup to retool here. Vertigo, we saw some positive signs. Here, we're definitely seeing a couple of those too. And I mean that because they're not just going for their standard play. They're not just going for the 5 and E-box smoke with the Molotov towards the back of green, hoping that Kraken can find some space. They're showing it different looks, and G2 would have prepared for the old look, not this new stuff that mousesports are throwing in their direction.
Oh, that's a fantastic opening frag. Amanek been having a bit of a nightmare holding down this Ivy position with the AWP. First Frozen, now it's Voxic to take him out. And here comes again the partnership. It's Jackson Hunter, the scouts of this defense. They'll wait for it to fade, maybe walk through as it does. Yep. No one home. 2 Ivy, though. This could be interesting. Voxic, oh, jumping, good movement. Does manage to get the information for free.
So that's going to funnel them towards inside. They have the man advantage with one quick flash, and in they go. Kenny S is not there to defend it, and he will swing forward and get a kill. That's towards Rocks, but a fantastic shot there from Carrigan. Does get them back in the round. Substantial damage towards Kenny as well. Good smoke from Carrigan. Allows him to get as close as he likes now towards Connector. Frozen, I'm pretty sure he secures the round on this flank. It looks too good. And they're saving.
Wow, Frozen's position is so perfect. Going back, tracks those. Does look like 2 of them should get away with their rifle. Is there anything for Frozen to find? Doesn't look that way. Instead, Jax patrolling. He's going to be able to catch at least 1, perhaps a second. Voxic catching a lot of damage. That's going to keep them on their toes. They are still lingering to try and catch a couple on the way out. Chipple and whittle away at the economics. But Frozen's going to find them. Anticipating the second, Kenny gets out of dodge, and he does get caught. Frozen happily greets Kenny with a bullet. Don't know why he was taking that fight. Didn't need to.
Yeah, Frozen looking sharp though, isn't he?
It really is. What a fantastic showing from him today. It's going to be 8-1, and G2, they won't save a damn thing. Amanek waiting for his chance against Voxic, but the flashbang comes in. We'll see that double on the corner. Catches him fully. Nothing he can do. Beautifully done by Voxic there.
So that's one's pretty well rehearsed. If you watch any of the Voxic stream when he's playing Train, that's a pick he goes for very, very often. And here we go. This might be the pace change. Oh, wait, the nades are coming back out towards the bomb train. There's someone up there. Oh, Jax will just take a little chunk of damage there, but look how far back they're sitting. They haven't pushed up towards close main or pop off the bat. They've got 3 players currently clustered on the bomb train, 1 over towards Hell. Now the smokes will come. This is a delayed hit.
And they immediately throw a Molotov to slow them down. Carrigan doesn't want them pushing main. That's why his incendiary goes down, and they go through the smoke. The battle for main begins, and Jackson Hunter, again, this partnership continues in pop. Flash. They heard the impact. They know there was someone down there, but Chris J and Carrigan, a partnership of their very own, and they're looking for a lethal aggression straight onto the site. Carrigan's going to behead Jax, and Amanek straight away equalizing straight through the Ivy smoke, but they surely anticipating this. Nexas jiggling for it. Nexus will go down, though, and Carrigan's found the frag that shifts the tide of battle. Where's that bomb going? In? It certainly will. Kenny, however, has leveled the odds.
Great chance there for Carrigan. He was actually lucky to meet Kenny S there. I dare say the advantage. It's a great shot from the sniper. Amanek, though, has outpositioned him, but it hasn't got the cleanest of kills. Gives Voxic a chance to catch his breath. Bomb on his back as well. We've been in plenty of scenarios where he can win these. Are we planting now? Pretty standard position. Looks towards main just to confirm it's clear. But he fancies something a bit different here. What's the plan? Going to try and take Kenny S down.
Kenny loves those ones. I think anybody loves the kill where they're not looking your direction, so that'll be a bit of a freebie right there. And two very important frags, right? If Kenny didn't take Kraken out of the equation when he was getting that connector control and pushing towards CT spawn, that could have been the round done and dusted right there and then. So the buy will come on through once more for G2, but it's not great, if I'm honest. The MP9 in the hands of Nexa could be a little bit worrying here. But the Orgs come out in Amanex, so that's an interesting one. We haven't seen too many of those getting purchased on up. Maybe one a game at the moment.
Yeah, it seems to have its uses, and certainly no better position than Amanex Ivy hold. And good shot from Woxic through the corner of the train gives Kenny a chance to try and use all of those nades he spent all of his schmeckles on. He's got an AWP on his back as well. Protect the president, protect Kenny S. Lots of long-range lines he can take.
See whether Chris J has got further forward to flush out Jax towards heaven. It's such a difficult scenario for him. It could be players anywhere, but it looks like he's threaded the needle efficiently. Kenny S will strike now. That's in the back tracks, but we do have Frozen planting that bomb, and no kits available. Kenny does have one, but he's on 6 HP. Do they even fancy this round? They're 8-2 down. Kind of need this one as well. They can smoke the bomb itself, but SMGs and FAMAS to try and retake against 4Ts, I just don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, it doesn't look possible. A smoke is their best bet, but looks like the save call has been made. Gonna give it another go. Rops may not let that happen, though. You can see he is still in a position to punish. As they cower towards CT spawn, though, it's looking less and less likely that G2 will lose these rifles. The hunt from Frozen was very effective in the round prior, but this time looking a little more passive. You can see that those funds, those bountiful funds, will need a little bit more love. For the T side, keep it stable. Chris J down to 3.8.
We're going to jump into Skybox here. I just want to show you how stifling these Molotovs are. I've drawn you a lovely little box.
Oh,
just look at all the Molotovs that get dropped in that box from the side of mousesports. Look at this. Pushes Jax back. Smoke from Chris J to shroud him. Another one over towards Stop. They can't peek. Chris has got a Molotov. He lobs his in now. It forces Hunter. Actually, that's not the one. There's another Molotov coming that will force Hunter back as well from this side. And it's fantastic of mousesports just forcing them back off the bomb train so they can take all this room. It was good stuff just there.
Yeah, difficult to handle, that's for sure. But they do save 3 weapons. Kenny S still has EWP. They've got the AK of Nexa and a FAMAS for Jax. Not the best setup, but it's enough to win a round, and that's exactly what they need because they're 9-2 down on the CT side. And Train really hasn't looked too good for them. Kenny S loses the AWP straight away, just trying to challenge there with the flash out the smoke, trying to get a bit of information with the pixel peek, but overstepped the mark, and he loses the sniper. Rops, he's got a couple of kills there, but looks at things.
You know he's not going to go down. He's just going to stand there and hold the line. Baiting him with a step, and it didn't work out. And actually, Nexa's rifle is there as well. Woxic's taken down Hammerneck. He's holding them at arm's reach, and Carrigan descending straight into Jax. He wasn't expecting that.
Voxic with 3, holding from the vending machines here. And Hunter, well, he doesn't really fancy that one. Understandably so. It's going to be 10 rounds here for mousesports as they look to take us to a third. It's looking like a bit of a lock-in at this stage. G2 just haven't been able to get going here. They were 7-0 down to kick things off, then posted their first round at number 8. Number 10 was theirs as well, but that's all they found, and all 5 players are dropped. It wasn't a full investment, so they still have a buy here for round number 13, but still, things not looking much better. Here's Voxic after killing Kenny S. Ivy, comes in towards the waiting room, pulls out a magazine, and takes down 3 players.
So look at this right now. mousesports have 4 individuals with 70+ ADR, 10 rounds into the game. You look at the G2 Esports side, not a single, well, sorry, one individual, which is Jax, has over 70 ADR. Everybody else is sitting around that 50 mark. 46 for Kenny, obviously the AWP player, 49 for Amanek. And the multi-kills, well, it's not looking great. 13-9 in favor of Mouse here. They continue to find openings off the back of Woxic. And now, at this stage of the game, it almost feels like G2 will have to buy out, force buy, whatever they can, throw the kitchen sink at them because you start to need some rounds.
Yeah, I mean, 13-2 just isn't good enough. Really does put way too much weight on that pistol round. Keeping it competitive, 10-5. Very different world out there.
Here we go, then lining up the smokes. This one's full connect up. Foxy to deploy it. They've got enough rounds now for the first half. More than enough. This is just to lock it in. The smoke's down. We will see the bomb site covered as well, looking to get a plant down if possible, but they still have Flashes and Molotovs available. Starting to make a bit of progress now. Kraken finding his way towards a bomb train. But the CTs have pushed towards Pop again. Are they heading a T-spawn?
It's a lot of space now, just off those smokes. Yeah, Jackson Hunter again on the flank. Previously, Voxic's been quite wise to it, but let's see how this one continues to play out. To contest. Oh, Amanek had a good chance there, but Chris J, very quick, stops the denial of the plant, so now advantage mousesports extended.
Well, Voxic, he looks to guarantee things here. No kits available. Kenny S with no armor. They have a single smoke, Hunter with no head. And that should be all she wrote. As we see Kenny S, 20 HP, now 0. I think this map's done, Shad, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're not fighting for control at this point, G2, because I don't think that they can.
They're trying to steal it away, though, with these weird kind of pushes towards T-spawn. They've tried a few times. It's obviously like something they've come up with, right, to try and challenge this outside approach.
I just think that the way that they were set up in that post-plant situation, Voxic being able to watch main from Sandwich, like that was the only place that he was focusing on for a lot of that post-plant scenario there. So if you can get all of your members onto yard cleanly, you can set up, you get the triangle of death when the bomb goes down, and everybody knows what they should be watching. Well, it's the CTs now trying to take yard like a T team, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of changes a little bit. We know how hard it can be. mousesports making it look easy here, but most teams definitely aren't getting a haul of potentially 13 on their T half.
Ooh, that's
Robs
big.
loves that challenge alone. I don't know why, when you're going to take the round so slowly anyway, why not get your teammate to flash you in just to guarantee it? You've just given away an AK potentially now to Hunter, which is a huge deal. That is going to cost you one flashbang to clear that out.
If we're lucky, he hasn't picked it up yet, right? So that's one positive going in their way, but Kraken could go down here as well any second. There it is.
Yeah, a bit of a weird approach from mousesports this time, but I guess they've already got 11 rounds. Can't be too mad about it. They can still pull the round back, of course. This will be the kill that decides. If Amanek steals one away, they probably... Oh, doesn't quite get it, but he does damage enough to set Kenny up. Bit of a messy one here for mousesports, and that spray is no different. It finally does convert, but it ultimately will be the end of Frozen. Voxic now throws away the AWP. He's got to try and hide some weapons, I'd imagine.
Ladders, yeah.
Ladders, yeah. They'll get you. Voxic wants to have a good go at this one, though. He's got the bomb and an AK now. Nexas playing very safe. If he hears Voxic drop, it's pretty much game over. Now he's got the info down to 7. A single bullet's all that Nexus needs to hit, but he's fluffed it. Oh, he had his eye cross there towards Hunter. But Hunter pulls the trigger first. That's the third for G2. The third, I did not stutter. That is a dominant side of mousesports here on their map pick, demonstrating as to why, and with a different look, a different taste, a different marinade this time on their train.
Yeah, right now it doesn't even matter that they lost that round, to be completely honest with you. It will matter if we get back and this is a 16-14 or overtime affair, but within the context of the mindset for mousesports, it's not going to do too much. They have a large amount of money left in the bank. It is the last round of the first half here, and, well, 11-4, 12-3, doesn't really matter. It's still a massive haul.
6 flashes deployed and a lot of damage inflicted towards Kraken here. He'll be down to 16. He's trying to dump his grenades before he's dropped out, see if he can have some sort of impact here. He does sneak past Jax. That's going to be great work for him, considering he's such low HP. Down to the 4 versus 4, and it's absolute chaos out there on the outside bomb side right now. Smokes still available for mousesports here. They get deeper and deeper down the enemy lines, looking for the plant if possible. The bomb is on the back of Voxic, and he's the sniper.
Yeah, slower approach, take some control, deny vision, and set up. Amanek taking some initiative. He wants to flank all the way, pushing down Ivy. Typically, Voxic's been very ready for... Oh, okay. He is once again responsible for the flank, but this time the timing's a little different. It's from Ivy. It's not the Hunter push that we've seen in the past from Inner. And that's going to be the bomb if he gets this. Oh, he's got a bit of discipline on him as well. He's got 2 heads, 2 backs turned, does execute the first, spots Robs, he knows where they all are. That should be the 4th, and the final round of this half going the way of G2. It's confirmed, Kenny's shot rattling across the train yard. 11 though, it looks like 3 maps is a certainty, unless G2 can do something magical in our second half.
And I feel the lies and I feel the sand. Forever hold you, no matter if we're cast away. A fire in the dark. I know that you won't be where we'll awake again. Right from the start, I see the end. A world torn apart, but I know we're meant. Forever hold you, no matter if we're cast away. A fire in the dark. I know that you won't be where we'll awake again.
Howdy folks, G2 mousesports continues, and just when you thought mousesports had not quite mastered the train game, they hit you with a half like that. Again, displaying why it is their perma pick. 11 rounds on the T side, now venturing into the defense. It does look like a sealed deal.
I think he might be right, but trust me, G2 can do something with this. It all starts with a bit of a pistol victory, and they've got a technical approach here, Alex. 3 smokes and 5 flashbangs. It's something that's going to be a bit exciting here. Looks to be like a position outside. We got the next Jack slinging those smokes now. Got to be showing us what they're made of. It all starts with this bomb plant. If they get that down, they're onto something. See all the smokes being deployed right now. Flashes to follow. And you see that bomb site just covered in the smoke here. Flashes to come through. It's a passive hold in the CT as well. Kenny S, quick plan. Rops, he had no idea.
Perfect. That is just a completely uncontestable plant, and already Rops, the only exposed position over the smokes, has gone down. Oof, double HEs to Kenny's E-box position, but he lives to tell somewhat of the story, and landing a dink into Kraken, his mission's practically complete. He wants to stop it. He knows they can be defusing, and he stabs him in the bottom. Kenny, that's a great start. And from behind, Hunter can strike a double kill. G2. It all falls to Woxic. He's miles away. A good attempt towards the Hunter position, but he's got 8 points of health. A single bullet will secure the 5th.
Beautiful from G2. Excellent smokes, few flashes, a passive hold from mousesports there, and the bomb goes down very quickly. It was a nice spot there from the CTs spotting towards heaven, but you can see they couldn't even see a player crossing over, Chad.
Yeah, and we're talking positive signs for Mouse, right? First half was great. Vertigo, they looked more threatening than what we've kind of felt out of them in some time. But now I get a little bit more worried, because if they lose train after that first half,
could be them done,
and G2 come back and they're able to push them, I get really worried for the mentality of mousesports, right? Because I know that there's some emotional personalities in that team, and they've been on a bit of a losing streak or a losing way in recent times. So let's hope, at least for the structure of the squad, that they can pull this one together. It should still be a mouse lock-in. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is their best map.
4 MAC-10s. How very French of them.
They do love the 4 SMGs with the one rifle, and it always seems to be Kenny with that one rifle. So it's like that over on Vertigo.
It's like he just continues to be the quote-unquote AWPer, long-range supporter.
Yeah, you guys, this is like a mini version.
Yeah,
right?
It is. You guys are still going to be rushing. You're just going to do more of it, and I'm going to try and sit at the back and tap at the heads. Waited a long time for that exchange, but Frozen, he's going to get hunted down. Hunter did not hesitate. That nade looks good. Just going to be a bit too deep. Doesn't quite catch him as he will be able to jump back across, confirming Carrigan's position on the E-box. They're not in any rush here, but 38 on the clock. Looks like Main and Pop will have to be the hit. Another flash, not quite over the top, but shouldn't be the end of the world.
Well, here we go then. G2 will be receiving their first casualty in the form of Hunter. Shot starting to land now, but Carrigan, he'll also be tagged to 50, but he's actually got the advantage here. How has Jax run in? And it looks like this could actually fall apart now. There's no bomb being planted. 15 seconds is going to be really messy.
He can, and he does! Huge! They have to close the gap, but from behind, Voxic will get his second, and mousesports immediately bite back with the second round force.
Very messy from G2 there. Not really sure what they were going for. They left no time. They hadn't really cleared anything out, and then the scramble to get the bomb down. They were using the buddy system so efficiently in that first half. Didn't really see it utilized there at all. No one covering the planter, taken down twice by the P250, and Carrigan cannot believe his luck. So round 18, they're going to have to force buy what they can. Tech 9s, Deagles, MAC-10s, they lose this round, it's pretty much GG. There'll be no way back in.
Well, at least my concerns have dissipated very, very quickly here as we're on board with Hunter's smoke dipping on down towards that connector, and that will be the tell of a fast in. The grenade will land. There's a decent amount of damage there, and will actually dissuade G2 from continuing that inner push. Could potentially just be to draw a fast rotation, because look, the flash comes over, they're out main, they're going straight to pop towards connector here.
Boosted though, seems like a dream setup for this, and just taking those fights with a pinch of salt. Carrigan, 4K. Armored pistols, not quite going to get the ace. Hunter makes sure of that, but the rest should all be said and done. A great shot though. Woxic forced to rebuy all of his goodies. If he hits another one, I'll start to raise my voice, because now they're looking one way. Hunter has a chance. Doesn't quite land it onto Chris J into the shoulder blades, but my God, I told you, when he's on low HP, he enters a different zone.
Unfortunately, G2 will be full eco if they want to stay alive in this one, but a great effort there from Hunter. $2,000 per player, so they could buy into this one and try and ride the coattails of loss bonus, or take the full eco, and either way, it's going to be bad news for G2 all day long. Carrigan just completely wrecks him there. Very confident spray with him in the M4A4 as well. And indeed, just the blocks, couple of Deagles in there, but not really much else. Should be 14-5.
They bottlenecked them in the way they wanted to, right? Like the strat worked, the fake in it with the connector smoke, it worked. It drew that rotation. Just unfortunately, Carrigan hit a couple of bangers there, knowing that they were all in his line of sight as soon as he rounded that connector position. And well, here goes Jax. This should be a quick one. I don't think we'll have too many Deagle heroics this time round.
You'd assume so. Chance now for Carrigan. More for him to strike, but also Voxic's too interested in finding the frags for himself. Kenny's not quite going to go down on his retreat. Voxic missing his shot. Carrigan will not, though. I've just heard that Rops's PC does have a bit of an oopsie here, so...
Oh, do we get to go into kind of fun mode?
Yeah,
I think there will be a timeout, technical timeout here. As
we need some fun mode.
About 1 minute, though. Shouldn't be too long.
This map hasn't been the best. So we normally bring in fun mode now, and he set up the third map to be epic, right? That's our whole thing. Is it Dust 2 to close it out as well?
It is D2.
Well, there you go. So that's boding very well, and we get a chance to calm down and get out of commentator mode for a second. Alex, how are you as a person?
As a person, I'm good. I'm looking forward to the day off.
Oh, yeah. When was the last time you had a day off? It feels
last Monday.
Last Monday, that feels about a year ago.
Yeah.
Honestly with you, I don't know what day it is right now. Is it Sunday? Sunday. Yeah, like it feels like we've been doing this a while, but what are you going to do with the day off?
Probably what I've always done.
Sit indoors and play video games.
Sit indoors and play video games. I might sit on the balcony.
We did get a cricket set, so we could play for the football around as well.
I did enjoy the Trace Donatoranthes football.
The weather's a little bit rubbish tomorrow, boys.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
But
we could be brave.
To be fair, cricket's not known to be played in the rain.
No,
that's one of the sports they just definitely cancel. If there's ever rain, they always say,
tennis.
you know what, you can't play, it won't happen. But we are playing quick cricket, so maybe a bit more versatile. We get the marquee up.
Well, if we get the boys out there in their Speedo, we could probably get away with it, right?
Well, I've got mine with me. Don't necessarily have to wear it.
We call it a budgie smuggler in Australia.
Yeah, we do too.
Oh, you guys call it a budgie smuggler as well?
The budgie smugglers.
I've never owned one, and you probably have, Chad.
A budgie?
The smuggler.
The smugglers.
Yeah.
I personally would have, as a kid, probably.
Yeah.
Well,
but then
we
as you
were-
become a teenager, you go into board shorts.
With some sort of fancy dressing on the desk with the matching outfits.
true.
Maybe we could do matching Speedos one day next week.
Well, it won't go
I
down
wonder
very
what the
well.
demand would be like, though.
The demand
Yeah,
of the
to
people.
see you in Speedos, Chad. I think it would be pretty high.
Pretty small, I would hope.
No, well, I would hope it wasn't small, if I'm honest. But all the same, round 20 is about to take place, and Carrigan's bringing a spot of AWP aggression to the mix into the Kenny AWP. So that's an opening frag.
There's a few AWPers I'd like to swing into that smoke, to have the flames on the floor. Carrigan's probably not one of them. That's an incredibly difficult procedure. But a nice idea. We will have an opening kill for Kenny S, just trying to make the scoreline a bit more competitive at this stage. If we can start to see him in double digits, we'll start that conversation about the comeback, but there's still so much work to be done before we can even initiate that chat. Foxic told was inside. So the opening kill for G2 here doesn't necessarily guarantee the round at all.
Bit of an inner stack here then from the CTs. Gambling towards inner. And this push will be enough for them to start moving their pieces back towards the yard position. This is going to work out well for them, but Nexa, that's an important survival from Robs that could have ended up opening the floodgates to B, but by standing his ground, they can continue to rotate and set up for this execute. The smokes are flying through the sky to same nades that got the bomb down for the G2 pistol. Ooh, not far off from stopping the bomb plant with that incendiary. Christian is going to get caught advancing through the smoke. Frozen's done the same, though. He's on that bomb train now. He could try and contest. They're going to push together. Voxic's going up the ladder, and he's got so much damage done. It's Frozen. Ice in his veins. 3 frags to his name. Kenny, however, standing his ground. 2v2. Bomb down and in favor of G2.
Frozen up on the ladder. That's insane.
Excuse me, I'm sorry about that.
That's a bit much. You're going to have an ace on the agenda here. And Nexa, he'll be behind E-Box. Full diffuse certainly available. Frozen's going to have to go for it. And now we will see if Nexa can convert the spray. Looks like he's done enough here. Frozen's still on for the ace. He's running out of time. He has to go for the full defuse. He jumps up again. Is it going to be enough?
It's good.
Has he got it?
I think he's done it. The ace clutch from Frozen.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry for anybody listening with headphones.
My ears did explode a little bit. I've got to set the maximum volume over here.
Yeah,
and
that's
just,
an involuntary
a bomb went off
sound.
in my brain.
Yep, I'd like to apologize. Thanks very much, Frozen, though. The first two were lovely. Picking up the third as Amanek gets the bomb down. That advantage lasted for a moment, but this is just nonsense. Getting the fourth and even tidying it up with the defuse in the last second. 21 kills to 8 as he makes sure that G2's comeback is nothing but a dream.
Beautiful stuff from Frozen. 15-5, G2 will have the bomb down, but now need 10 rounds in a row just to get us to overtime, and it all starts with MAC-10s, MP7s, and a couple of AKs here. Kenny has for $4,000. It's going to have to be some time out here to bring this game back to life, but it all starts here as we get into round number 21. So, double up setup. Frozen with the most ridiculous of rounds.
Yeah, no, you can't really complain about that. 21, he joins Carrigan at the top of the scoreboard here on Train. And now it just feels like a matter of time. Can they close it out cleanly, though? It's something that Chad's been keeping an eye on with the top teams. Being able to convert that 14, now 15. Rox wants to take matters into his own hands and the flash, the
99 damage. Oh dear.
Oof, that looked like a perfect way to be starting the party.
All right, well, Rob said they had a couple of kills available to him in the very start there, but apparently the MAC-10 will come out on top. Amanek 10 will be closing things out towards inner. Look at the rotations this course as well. We've got 3 CTs ready and waiting now for the inside execution, but that's not coming, at least not yet. It's Voxic alone towards outside. He has got Frozen towards connector if required.
I like this, though, because if G2 were just to scamper on out, pop, and mid, they're going to be looking for the closer duels, not necessarily in these deep backlands right here. So with the AWPs posted up towards Yard, they might get a bit of a shooting gallery. The utility comes on over the top, frozen up within the heaven position. Let's see what Mouse can do with the number disadvantage.
Boxic, he's got a boatload of aggression in his veins, but he has been caught out. Hunter's way further ahead than he anticipated. Frozen on Heaven's done a fantastic job. He nearly got a third. Jax keeps him under wraps. Now a 2v2 Amanek surely going to meet Karrigan here, and he does. Jax ready for the trade, but the jiggle's good. Spray 2 puts it all onto one man to fend off the third map. It's Nexa.
Chris J seems to have his number here. As soon as he peaks, he'll be taken down, but that's if. And it will be Chris J to close things out there. Beautiful shot from himself, and mousesports have bounced back from their deficit on Vertigo. Their pick lands in their favor. It'll be 16-5, an excellent performance, and it sets the scene beautifully for Dust 2. We'll break this one down after this break.
Time's not kind and it won't let go. No thoughts left in my head. My mind's not mine and it won't forget. But you bring me back from my darkness black as the soul in me and the heart I had for you. It bleeds for you, it bleeds again. Oh, you bring me to life. Oh, you bring me to
16-5 there on the second map of the series. mousesports bounce back on their own pick. And, well, it's about time. We've been missing that, Mouse, and I'm glad that they've shown up here today to give us a competitive series. Vertigo, if you missed it, that one was close. Train was a bit of a masterclass right there on their T side, and that's the stuff that we're looking for from Kraken and co. It's not just that standard 5 and E-box smoke with pushing out, hopefully finding a couple of kills and gimmicking around those set pieces. It's actually some different looks coming out of this mousesports team, and I want to show you some of the rounds that I really enjoyed. So we're going to take a look at this one right here, and I'll walk you through the details of how this one came about. So the first thing I want you to note will be Woxic going for this main pick. I'm going to pause it so we can walk through all these steps here. So the flash has just come on over the top, and Woxic is in main with the AWP. Now, it looks like he's just going for a pick, but what he's actually doing is giving information to his teammates that nobody has pushed up towards PopDog. Very important piece of information for Rops and Chris J, the two individuals who want to take that. Now, this was facilitated by a flash. So we'll keep playing this out. Kenny will take a little bit of damage. No big problems there, but you can see that Chris J and Rops, have taken PopDog control off of that call of Woxic instantaneously. So now you can see we've still got Woxic over towards main. Carrigan's going to join him there, and Frozen's got some nades ready himself. So we'll keep playing this one out, and you can see they're about to come out of Pop on that flash of Frozen. So they push on out, and this is a little bit scrappy this round, right? It's actually just off of the call of Woxic of why they're pushing here. So Molotovs are going down, flushing players out of the site, forcing G2 back away. And as we can see, they're in Connector, they're in Old Bomb. They've been pushed right back here. So this utility usage, very simple stuff. Now let's look at Carrigan. He's come out of main. He's in the Olaf position. He's got one job. That's to take control of Hell. You've got Woxic overseeing, looking towards the back of stop in case anybody wants to push on through. And now Chris J pushing up behind his own smoke. More Molotovs are landing here. So they're continuing to push these CTs further and further back. Chris J gets up close. Rop still watches Pop. Carrigan now clearing out Amanek. Frozen here in tow. And they're actually getting control of the site very easily. As soon as that bomb goes down, more Molotovs come on through. And now what I want to get to is their after plant situation. So we can just fast forward this. Check this out. Rob's still covering Pop. Can't be a flank there. You got Woxic flicking between main and towards the back of bomb. Frozen up and down on this ladder. He's checking if anybody's pushed out Connector or the old bomb position. And Carrigan's dealing with Ivy. So they've got everything covered here nice and easy. And they've basically been gifted all this room from G2. There was more rounds like this. So we're going to jump into the second clip right here. And I'm going to fast forward this one straight away. So we can get straight into this. You can see same people, same positions. Rob dealing with Pop. You've got Carrigan pushed down. He's dealt with Ivy and the Hell position. Woxic coming out main. Frozen there as well. Chris J towards the E-box. They have these post-plant positions well and truly nutted out so that they can play off of each other and make this round nice and easy. So you can see the bomb goes down. Carrigan once again dealing with Ivy. Woxic in the sandwich position. You've got Chris J, E-box. Everyone still has everything covered. The information is clear. Now, we did see a lot of these pushes. You can see up here, 2 individuals on that side of G2 going for these flanks. We saw a lot of this, right? They were doing all these aggro pushes, Ivy, inside, into main, everything you could imagine. But Woxic, well and truly ready for this because of this setup. Everybody knows what they're watching, so they know what holes there are. Woxic turns around, he's looking towards main, gets the kill, and that's the round done and dusted. So I'm glad this level of mousesports is back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad they picked this one up, and I'm glad we're going to a third, which will be dust too. So don't go anywhere. We're throwing this one to a break. We'll be back any moment, and Alex and Henry will be joining me to finish this one off.
Son intelligence de jeu, même quand il avait 6-7 ans, c'était assez incroyable.
Donc au début, on était meilleur que lui.
Je pense c'est à partir de ses 14 ou 15 ans qu'il a commencé à être meilleur.
Au début, quand il perdait, c'était un très mauvais perdant. Hein.
Oui, je me souviens très bien qu'il cassait beaucoup de souris.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Last year, we took 2 lucky winners on a trip to Berlin and gave them the experience of a lifetime. This year, we can take you for a trip to Rio. Take part in a series of GG.bet contests for a chance to win awesome prizes and a trip to Rio. See details on the website.
Feeling my body leveled on my own. I can just feel it, no way to stop it. The sounds of the music so through my bones. I can just taste it, no need to fight it. Cause I'm out here staying, it's last of my soul. Cause lightning and thunderstorms are never stopping me before. This night is never over, not until I leave the floor. So that's the question, baby, I can never get enough. So don't you try and stop me, dance until the sun comes up. It's been a road less traveled, all alone. Feeling my body leveled on my own. I think I'm up in heaven, cause you were hell. I gave back my freedom. I can just feel it, no way to stop it. The sounds of the music so through my bones. I can just taste it, no need to fight it. Cause I'm out here staying, it's last of my soul. Cause lightning and thunderstorms are never stopping me before. This night is never over, not until I leave the floor. So that's the question, baby, I can never get enough. So don't you try and stop me, dance until the sun comes up.
ESL 1 Road to Rio is brought to you in part by Intel, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, and GGBet.
taken to 3 from some heroics from the mousesports individuals and a stomping 16-5 after a full 29 rounds of play on Vertigo. We get a quickie in the second, and that's the sandwich between Vertigo and Dust 2, which is where we're focused now.
mousesports are very good at picking up maps in these best of 3s. It's finding the 2 maps is the problem going forward. And they actually did a fantastic job in the second map, 16-5, lots of rounds going in their favor, and it looked great, generally speaking.
Yeah, and I think that's because the chips are down, right? If mousesports lose today, then their hopes of being in the Road to Rio playoffs could be completely dashed. You have to think about the teams they've already played. They've obviously had North, the Movistar Riders game that we were talking about. They lost to FaZe. Now they're going up against G2 here. They have 2 more games in this group. I believe it's against Godsent and Copenhagen Flames are left for these guys to take on. And those should be wins. This one here is the most important, however. If they can't get this one, the other 2 games, I don't think they even matter. I've got to wait for the abacus to do all the maths and get it back to us. The supercomputer that we've got hidden somewhere in the back there to work it all out.
That's what that big brown building is, that Road to Rio thing. That's actually the supercomputer.
The supercomputer. Yeah. They don't let me in there.
No, just the Hall of Fame apparently.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm hoping that we get to see some Hall of Fame plays that I don't ruin by screaming. It's going to be 2 top 5 teams battling it out on the ESL1's Road to Rio. And Dust 2, I'm hoping to see a whole lot more of the same. The same from mousesports in map 1, the same G2 from map... Wait, let me get that right. Yeah, G2 map 1, mousesports map 2, you know what I'm trying to say. And we're into the pistol round. Lots of utility for Kraken and Frozen, likely going to be seeing those deployed for the cross if they do get that long control, which it does seem they're vying for to get this pistol round started.
Well, let's get into it then, shall we? It will be the long take here from mousesports. Flashbang to go over, 3 of them to make their way forward, and no defense to be spotted. Kenny S will be towards the car position, looking for the mid-cross, and Hunt up. Just setting him up here. We'll be looking towards long. Hopefully gets himself a couple of headshots and will stay alive. And then there must be P250s. Yes, for Rob. Superman once again. And we saw what he was capable of on train with that pistol.
I love this setup here. There's no Molotov to flush that out of Kenny. Hunter at the top of A will be baiting him in. And then we've even got, I think it's Nexa towards mid doors who can spot the cross as well if it does come on through, putting some bullets through the impending smokes, which surely will come on when this hit is called.
Okay. So Kenny really is biding his time here. As soon as he releases that crouch key, he is exposed and takes his shot. That's the Superman down. Kryptonite found. It's Kenny. And he's trying to get back into the site. The suppressing fire from Hunter actually gooshes Chris. Down to 99 and will be finished off. Kenny continuing to challenge on those flashes, and it's a massacre. You're pushing long, straight into the long-range pistol, and only Frozen remains. Controlled taps get him 1, but that round is G2's.
Well, there it is, a G2 fending off the long approach. They had no problem whatsoever. mousesports are not going to plant, and they will be force buying in round number 2 here. We're going to see Frozen, the Desert Eagle. And Chad, we talked about this a few bits and pieces recently. The fact that some things go down to $500 in these sort of rounds. mousesports don't know they're going to. Have you noticed any other trends like that in terms of the economics?
No, it's still a mix, right? I think it could just be like a team mantra or a philosophy on how they best think.
I think so too.
I know that when I used to play with Azza and Yam, they like to go for the full force buy in the second round no matter what, because they thought, you know, well, let's contest it. This is a very winnable round, whereas I was a bit more of the old school style. I was like, hey, let's take the save, you know, let's get the guns up as quick as we can. But these pistols and the individuals in the server are extremely potent, right? Valve have done a great job of balancing the weapons here to make even rounds like this exciting.
Yeah, if your aim's good enough, you can make anything work. And the strat this time looks to be a B popped late. Normally, taps like that can shred a whole team, and Nexus in a prime position. A fresh magazine for Ammonite. Can see decides he'd rather reposition before opting for it. And they're off on the flash. Chris J, he was trying to get well ahead of the pack, but they're also grouped up, and this is a massacre.
It's actually not bad at all there, is it, for G2? They fend off the force by no problem. Not a single bit of damage really inflicted from mousesports, and they don't really fire a bullet.
Which way do you think this one's going now that we're on the third, Henry?
Oh, I always said G2 going into the start, right? I said 2-0 for them, to be honest with you. I said Train could be the only difference maker. Dust 2, I've always felt like G2 with Vertigo, they should be taking this, no problem.
What about you, Alex? You're still...
I'm still erring towards G2, but I would love to see another one of those dominant Frozen and Rob's performances.
this is a chance for us to see an amazing AWP battle between the likes of Woxic and Kenny. We've obviously got some massive aim stars in the server here. Hunter, fantastic with his... Ooh, this is the Karrigan that we love, right? The one that's assertive, the one that's aggressive, the one that finds opening frags. That could be the A-bomb side open for business.
Yeah, that nade was way too late, and while he was flashed, it works wonders. Kenny, from the ramp, bides his time and strikes with a quick 3K. Bomb will not be planted. Look at Chris, he's the one with the bomb, tucked in on Gandalf. They might assume it's all clear. Nexa, is he? Yeah, he's checking his corners. He's making sure no funny business can go down here in the third. And Rops, well, he is really up a creek without any sort of paddle, only a deagle. He's been found by Amanex. So that concludes 3-0 off to the starting mark. G2 get the start they needed. And Kenny, he could have gone down here. It felt like they had the plate pieces in the right place, but a lovely spray down and the supporting flashes from Nexa and Jax.
Yeah, the S stands for Savage. We will see him there spraying them down, no problem whatsoever. Denies a plant as well, and we will have a 3-0 start for G2. They brought the AWP out early as well. A couple of MP9s in the mix. I wouldn't mind an upper B push with this sort of setup here. It's a very interesting round, knowing they force war in the second. They're not going to have absolutely everything. Voxic with no helmet, not a huge deal, but where do these MP9s go? Chris J. Oh, this is brave of him. He's burning, right? He somehow gets the kill still. Down to 43. I don't know how he's still going strong here, but he gets a second as well. Fantastic work. The Flying Dutchman vaulting towards the pit, and now it's a 5 versus 3. Kenny S still with the AWP on the side, but surely nothing left to be done. They have to push up a B out of necessity now.
Look how methodical they are, right? The jiggle on every corner. The buddy system Alex was talking about, they have wide enough spacing so they can't find themselves getting a multi-spray down against them. And they might even find themselves in position with enough time left. So if they clear through middle, they clear through cat, it's all been vetted so far.
You can call the Na'Vi play, right?
Yeah, and what we saw Astralis do just the other day was when they throw these smokes to cross, they were just putting Molotovs into the site to deny, but with a minute left on the clock, that approach, it won't work as successfully as we saw it go down in the Heretics versus Astralis game just yesterday.
Oh, and Kenny waited for that one. Amanek losing his life on the site forces Nexa further forward. I kind of like this.
Yeah, it looks great.
If he can just time it right. Frozen needs his attention to be drawn elsewhere. And it works out through the gap. Voxic's only got 4% health. That's nothing. Nexa and Kenny still full and healthy. 30 seconds for that bomb to go down. Kenny catches another through the smoke. It's down to Rops. Chris to support with the AWP, but there's nothing he can do with the current angles the CTs have opted for.
The smoke is so powerful there, Chris J. He knows it as well, trying to protect Rops the best to his ability, but Rops will swing out. Spots one. Kenny S is dropped here. Now it's just the MP9 on side, but the timer is on his side. They still need to plan here. Chris J. Oh, he'll be left in a 1 versus 1. The flashbang as well is absolutely perfect here from Nexa. He's got this round. No problem. What a fantastic play from Nexa. We talked about his form coming into this series. He's actually been peaking the last 3 months for G2, and you can see why. That was a very intellectual and calm play, Chad.
Yeah, great stuff there, and they dealt with that Na'Vi play. A lot of teams have been having trouble with that recently, right? The 4 long or 5 long, what you're seeing there, and then the smokes to cross, it can be very, very stifling. They held on to a lot of their utility. Look, we got to go back to the start of that round. Chris J took down 2 individuals, Jax and Hunter. It looked like nothing. He shredded through that long defense.
It's the MP9 though, Chad. We've been saying it's pound for pound the best gun in the game, and some of the best angles deployed there from Nexa as well. He was assisted by his smoke, and Kenny S. He'll dish out a bit of damage there towards middle. Wings Voxy down to 17, and they have partially bought into this
already
round.
through the doors. My God, Kenny could get caught here if he goes any further. The smoke blooming actually does make things difficult, but not for Chris J, who does take one of the B defenders down. That's going to force Kenny to spring to life as they look to regroup for a B take.
Oh, they just thought about pushing long there.
Oh, dear.
What?
We're in.
Well, takes one single frag when you can frag like that. Frozen tagged on the doors. Kenny's already tagged up a couple. That's Voxic and Frozen now with Kenny S bullets signed and delivered.
They have nades for this retake. They could go for it if they'd like here. Nexa being the only individual surviving in the previous might make them think otherwise, but they're clearing their coast corners. There's nobody home. Molotov, HE, bunch of flashes. This is possible.
Do some nades at least, yeah. Back plat, no longer going to be something to worry about. Chris on Bruix, they are so low. Jax, oh, if he had won that duel, but by Rops hitting that shot cleanly, that might be the save call. It is, they're backing away. And Voxic, he's taking shots with such low health, he can afford to take the risk. Kenny's just trying to keep his hold of his AWP. That's mousesports first.
Well, of course, it's by the Desert Eagles and the Scouts. It will be mousesports opposed to their first round, and Kenny has to save the AWP, but the hunt is on. It looks like he's fine. I said that with bated breath, and indeed he will take his ult to the next round here. It all comes down to these 1Ds though. Chris J kicked things off with a shot towards the window. It was looking like it was quite calm on the CT side, but then Frozen hit this absolute banger towards the platform, and then all hell broke loose. Voxic, as they're retreating as well, took down Hunter. I would have loved a second 1D there as well, but now they're on the board. Pressure is being released, and it might even force out an eco from G2 here. CZ for Hunter, P250's elsewhere. Kenny S has got an AWP, and no one crossing towards B as of yet. They'll put the smoke down and send 2 over. Kenny towards short.
So about $1,000 invested into this round. Nothing much. They pretty much non-factor.
Just quickly, while it's on the screen for everybody, that B-Stream game right now, if you want to check it out, refresh, within the 27 rounds played, is 31 for 14. He is absolutely destroying right now.
How's he done that?
I don't know. I might have to go back and watch that game.
Well, here comes the mid push now from G2. Looking to answer back with the pistols themselves, and it's getting overwhelming for Voxic here. Rob's be there to back him up, but they can get another kill. Kenny S chimes in with the AWP. The bomb's gone down, boys. That's towards short. They've got 2 snipers now on the CT side. A minute to play with, and there's no utility for mousesports. This is a pretty equal situation with the AWPs out here. Kenny S looks towards the bomb side. They've got a single Molotov to try and recover this one.
It's a role reversal. Kenny's on short, Carrigan's on A, and he's the one strafing into the short angle. I am so thrown through with this one. Carrigan's down, tagged by the AWP. They're hunting him down. Jax with a P2K. He just wants one more bullet, and he's trying to find it. Does so.
Dear.
Bomb loose in middle. Will be finally found by Frozen, but they've got 30 seconds. Amanek's the one locking the mid doors. And they opt for tons, but this is all audible. He can hear this. He can build the picture for the rotate of his squad. Jax and Kenny on AWPs. Not ideal. They're going to want to stop this in its tracks, and Amanek's greed does get the better of him.
Oh, this kill, though, that comes in. They win the round. Kenny S had to go for it, but Jax hits a miracle shot. They're back in the round now. 1 versus 1. C4 on the ground. Robs has to cross and plant it, but he's going for the high IQ play here, and it works out. He knew that Jax be encroaching towards the bomb side once he saw the cross, and Robs, he has 2 sensational plays there. So going from low B, they had 15 seconds. They assumed they'd be running straight towards the site. He actually puts the brakes on, waits for the rotations there. Beautiful play on the first kill, then baits out the cross as well. Willing to challenge, knowing he could be rushed down when he's planting the bomb there. Great shot from Jax, but it's the IQ from Robs that wins the round.
Baited. Fragged. Oh, man. 9 seconds on the clock as well. He either had to plant, fight or flight, really personified. Goes for the fight. mousesports will be taking the timeout, stabilize after a very hectic round win.
Yeah, important to talk that one through, or at least just relax for a couple of seconds there, because that was an extremely intense round. They walk away with the second one on the board, and the buy will come through. They're just discussing how they want to make this one happen. Voxic has enough to drop for Chris J if they would like to give him a rifle. That would be a little bit unusual, so... Oh, never mind, there you go. He has an AK. Nades and armor should come behind that. On the other side of things, Kenny hasn't bought on in yet. There could be something on the floor. Never mind. He's got the AWP. He's gone glass cannon. Has 1 flash with it. Let's get this one underway here at the living spawn. Voxic spotting the cross with the AWP. It's 3 individuals actually swiftly getting into this NOA stack. We've seen this before from G2.
See how it works out this time. Carrigan looks like he wants to challenge it straight up. Shadow. And slaughtered. They're going to have to get out of that one. They throw a smoke to enable their safe exit. And Voxic, you can see... Ooh! Not far off from opening that one up. But Jax, comfortable in the corner and supported by Kenny, tries to jump across. Voxic's got Jax locked in. He loves his flash setups. He's pushing on this. Catches Jax and gets the shot. Voxic, stunning. Unfortunately for him, though, his teammates baits the corner. If he gets this one as well. These moves from Voxic are blowing me away. He could take this. A flash now for the cross. Nexa can't contest. He's so hungry for it. Nexa playing passive. Where's the other? It's on Amanek. He's coming short. The Molotov will keep him at bay. I love this from Voxic.
Yeah, that's one of the sickest little sequences we've seen all day. We are going to have him making his way towards CD spawn. He's going to be surrounded. And Nexa will find him in the end, but a remarkable display of skill there from the Turkish sniper, stepping up and showing us what he's made of. We will have Voxic posting 3. The first kill was cool with a flashbang toward the pit. Jax did well to do some damage, but this one was the showstopper. This one blew our minds. Look at him go there.
Jesus.
Face crack.
Highest effective DPI in Counter-Strike, ladies and gentlemen. 2,400 or around that mark. It's high. Very high. Does enable him to pull off things unlike any other. Going for the aggressive fight this time, Kenny. Wow, Foxy didn't even get to go around the corner.
Look, these are two of the quickest sniper players we have in all of CSGO at the moment going toe-to-toe. I think we could put a lot on these two individuals here. Oh, Nexas with the MP9 again. He strikes, he's cheeky, he gets one. There's an AK dropped on his side of the doors here, but Kraken wants to deny that. Pushing forward, Molotov just to the tippy of his toes, but he does have control. That means he has information here. More smokes and mollies being deployed, but another MP9 from behind, and well, they're pinned.
Yeah, the Jackson Hunter push, time and time again. They pair up and cause a nuisance. Hello, Amanek. My name's Kraken, and I'm going to be planting on your site.
There's a player towards lower as well. This was a 5 versus 2, but don't write them out of it. Hunt up. He'll be recovering one of the sniper rifles here, and it actually finds the Galil. So Carrigan, no utility. Same story for Rops. Rops will have to go for the big backstab here from lower B eventually. Carrigan can only hold the door for so long.
Smoke's perfect for tunnels. Does lock out the support, and Carrigan with such a tall task. Does catch Kenny. Rops has got another. This could work out. Rops left to clutch and so close. Damn, Jax's triple is just too much for them to handle, but that 2v4 comes down to a 1v1.
Great effort there, Rops and Carrigan. Even with a bit of mistiming there on the positioning, they managed to come back and bring it right down to the 1 versus 1. One more bullet from Rops would have done it as well. This is the opening pick. Look how Kenny S's screen here. Dodging the flashbang. Oh, even more half-blind as well. He's more than ready for it. Very quick. Chad's dead on. This is going to be an excellent battle. If both snipers turn up, which looks likely right now, they've both peaked early on in Dust 2. We should have some fireworks at the mid-stages here.
Oh, it'll be the force buy back from mousesports. The Tech 9s are out. We are loving what we're seeing. It makes the game a little bit quicker.
Yeah, absolutely. Dust 2. It's certainly welcomed.
I saw the CIS stuff had a lot of Tech 9 action. Kick it with a very stunning Tech 9 4K. Good to see it starting to actually convert into some multi-kills. We've seen glimmers of the Tech 9's old school capabilities, but yet to see them really converted in the same fashion. Used to be, and I mean, especially with an AK, this seems like a perfect buy. We'd make jokes that this was a full buy at times, but
sometimes better than a full buy, Alex.
Certainly doesn't feel that way anymore. A touch of balance.
Well, this looks like it's just going to be an A-set piece, right? They have that AK in Woxic's hands. They have enough utility here to pull this one off. And when dropping down with these Tech 9s, as soon as they get range on Kenny mid-long, this would be great.
You've got all those flashes designed to stop Kenny doing that. And he's got another one as well. Crossing, desperate to plant safely. And I think Frozen could be knocked off his perch because Hunter's swinging in, and he has. No bomb plant. mousesports, it's a mission failed this time.
Yeah, Robs will have... Oh my god, the level of shots we're seeing right now, Chad. Everyone's looking sharp and they're peaking right now. This is looking excellent. Round 10, a lot more to go as well. And this the sheer amount of skill is impressing me.
Yeah, this is the thing with the international teams, right? We know how star-studded they are because they were built as an international team because, well, there's not enough players in their own country to make one that they're happy with. So we know that these have to be some of the best players going toe-to-toe right here. And with a 7-2 scoreline, I feel like the game, it feels closer than what's being reflected right here. Orp's back out for Woxic. No smoke this time. He's going to take down Kenny. That's a heads-up duel right there. And back across the door, he tags Hunter.
He's got the Nova shotgun. Probably won't be challenging with that once again. Wants to try and grab the Orp if possible, which he will. Best weapon for him, considering he's been tagged here. But Rob seems to have the information that he could be low. He'll be sneaking out. He's definitely killed Hunter. Takes him a while, but he gets there in the end. And Carrigan, well, he'll be dropped as well. Looking to answer back. Amanek, the perfect flash, but it catches him slightly as well. It is going to be man advantage still for mousesports as the rotations come through. Next set towards spawn. He'll actually be going through this. Does he catch him with the window? Not quite. So close. He'll have Jax in tow here, but Frozen patrolling towards middle. Spotted. And presumably gets this kill. He's got the advantage of the weaponry, but it all comes down to the aim. Next up will be dropped momentarily, not before he gets a quick kill. He can actually defuse. If he gets pushed A here, there might have been a chance he gets to defuse him with the back of the bomb-type plant there, and the other player leading towards tunnels. It could have been something a lot more interesting, but still, mousesports managed to win out the round, 7-3, and the money is pretty low on the CT side.
Why did Hunter only have a shotgun to kick off that round? Did I miss something there?
I don't know, because they won the previous round, right? So why would he have a Nova shotgun?
Maybe a misbuy?
It has to be. There's no, on Dust 2, there's no way you're even considering a Nova shotgun.
No.
There's no scenario. You've got MP9s available. Why would you ever get that?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. You'd want to auto shotgun if you were close up a dark.
Yeah.
You'd want to auto...
Definitely wouldn't want to know.
You'd probably want to auto shotgun no matter what you were doing, right?
Yeah.
So must be a misbuy. Now they have to talk through the next round buy here. It is the first tactical timeout from G2 Esports.
No stranger to burning through.
They love being called gamers too.
Yeah, it's their favorite.
Just like the 100 Thieves.
I think we're going to get a memo soon.
That's fine. They can send the memo. Unfortunately, they don't control the words coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, but the ESL might do.
That's true.
So, probably the best. Next up, Desert Eagle, CZs.
Bang.
And we will see the shots over. Nothing connecting just yet. And the incendiary down. Chris J, he does do well to get to this ramp pit position, but no kills to be found just yet.
It takes a lot of confidence to just keep your crosshair on the floor. Woxic this time getting tagged up. Was that with the CZ?
I'm not sure. There was a couple of players close mid-doors there. Carrigan's going to deal with one of them. Gets traded out by Kenny. This is a little bit worrying right now for mousesports with the low HP of Woxic.
He wants to smoke off that T position so that he can cross to the tons, and it's worked out wonderfully for them. Kenny trying to keep Woxic guessing, and he has managed to recover the AK and get back. Nice move from Kenny. They do put a lot of weight on poor old Amanek. For now, he's solo holding B with a P2K in tons, but it's enough.
That's the right call as well. They have two flashes in Jax's hands. Nexa, the one with Kevlar, has been given the AK-47. This is looking great.
Smokes for the cross. Chris responsible for one, Woxic the other. And this is their cue. A flash from Jax next to peek with the AK. It looks promising, but he's getting tested. Woxic actually tagged him, clipped him through the box. That supportive AWP has yet to convert the frag, and now he's playing passive, waiting to catch Frozen in this off angle. Good damage. 3v3, it is still not comfortable for mousesports.
Yeah, the bomb's not even close to the side now. Robs have to try and recover it. This is turning into a bit of a nightmare now. Woxic pulls one back, and he's the last player remaining with 14 points of health. He's just hoping the CTs will make a mistake here, but they've done enough. 10 seconds. He wants to be falling back here if possible, to be honest with you. Can't even plant the bomb, and it will be Kenny has to find the final kill, recovering the sniper rifle. And that's to be a partial buy victory for them as we see it go 8-3. Mousesports now. They'll be the ones feeding on the financial burn, but Carrigan and Frozen at $3,500 respectively.
Well, they're straight in. They're not messing about. Mac 10s.
I guess like mousesports, if you want to start Inferno, they do like those faster picks, and maybe they've got some set pieces here with the Mac 10s, maybe some CT spawn dives coming in from short.
They're close to breaking the money of G2 as well, right? So that's probably one of the factors here leading into these buy scenarios, because G2 would only get 1,400 as soon as they lose the round. Lots of flashes towards long to sell the fake. That's also going to bait out a lot of utility, but it looks like it wants to be a B pop here. These Mac 10s could be perfect for this, but there is a... Whoa, everybody has head armor in play right now.
Every single one of them prepared for the potential. Bounding SMG into B. 5 members of Mouse are about to barrage into Amanek's crosshair. Let's see how he handles it, and he was expecting the flashes. He ends up just getting humiliated. Staring at the wall, Kenny. He's looking for more, and this is phenomenal stuff. Holding the wolf from the door with an AWP of all weapons. If he finds another one, man, he's already gone above and beyond. Flashes, looks like he wants some more. Rops is on those close boxes. He does drop in, and Kenny, he's doing it all! It's Kenny, yes, baby! Never forget the name. 4 kills. He finds G2 the 9th by force.
Beautiful stuff from Kenny. 2 players survive here, and that's going to be back-to-back rounds for them. Remember, on the CT side here of Dust 2 as well, and mousesports are getting blown out the water. Their friend Sniper keeps on delivering on all fronts here. This second shot was just beautiful. Straight to the dome. Carrigan didn't see it coming. Look at the movement go as well. And, of course, pulls to the Desert Eagle, makes it extra snazzy to close things out. Goodbye, Frozen. And it will be a very difficult scenario now for mousesports. Normally finding success in their T sites. Definitely need his last 3 rounds.
21 frags for Kenny S. We are in round 13. I'll let you do the maths. This is a performance often attributed to the carry of the squad, and he's back to his old role. He's hitting everything. Go on, just dunk him. He does. He completes it. It's perfect. Perfect.
He's not missing, is he?
Not at all. 5v4. Fire in the server.
The thing is, Woxic can't even afford an AWP to contest him. There's not enough money right now to make that a possibility.
Just like that, Kenny S has delivered the advantage, and he wants more. Oh, he sees his toes. No way. Chris J has caught one. He's surely aware of a second chance, and Kenny's aggressions not far off from being rewarded again, but that overextension has given mousesports a chance to exploit the gap. Tapping away, Frozen does find the partnered aggressive push.
But it's the man advantage for mousesports now with a 3 versus 2. Carrigan, he's starting to push it forward short, but Jax denies the access for Chris J.
Down.
That's the bomb. That's short as well. This is actually a bit of a nightmare now. So Carrigan, he'll grab it and just get the hell out of there. He does take down the player towards Xbox. Amanek had a huge advantage there. It's a fair play to Carrigan. He gets a stunning kill. Rob's trying to back him up from CT spawn. He definitely has, but the bomb is going down. So he knows one's towards CT spawn. The other's on the side, the incendiary. It won't be enough to get the kill, but certainly makes him uncomfortable, and he knows exactly where Robs is. Bear that in mind.
Didn't quite anticipate Robs to continue the push, perhaps, because caught mid-air. It's mousesports' fourth. This was how the round started, though. Kenny, Voxic doing all of the movement tricks to glide across as fast as he could, but no Xbox smoke, and Kenny exploits that. This was the Chris frag on the aggression.
Curious push, isn't it?
A weird one.
But we've seen a couple of those, and now the money is broken, so Jax can drop one. Kenny can buy. G2 Esports should probably think better this year. The problem is 1900 going into the next round. Maybe drop some deagles from Jax and then see if you can have 2 competitive rounds back-to-back as opposed to going for the full eco on all your individuals right now. This could easily be a 9-6 half, which mousesports will be more than happy with.
Yeah, I think you would be dead on. I think taking eco here is not the end of the world. You can definitely get some deagles out with the 6K on Kenny S and Jax, but they might just be looking to get absolutely everything in terms of a double op setup going forward. So they're not really going to invest much at all. Just one Desert Eagle. That's PT1000s, a PT50, and that's about it. We are going to see Jax push up towards top and middle. A lot of damage there inflicted at the start. It's going to be Amanek down to 47. Pushing towards upper B, though. Robs take a bullet to the face. Nexus should be trying to convert that. He does manage to get a bullet off, but it's not quite enough. He'll have to fall back now as Carrigan starts to find the headshots required. It's going to be 4 players versus 2. Nexa and Hunter with just the default weaponry.
Hunter's been quiet, hasn't he? I guess he hasn't had to do a lot. Kenny's been doing it all.
Yeah, true.
With that one good round from Nexas on the A-bomb site with the MP9 in hand. He's going to go down any second, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Shell finished off with the Galil, and here we go. The final round of the first half of the 3rd map of the 2nd series of day number 11.
There you go.
I've been listening to you, Alex.
Smashing it. One final round. Let's get this one towards those double digits. G2 do not have the dream buy to get it there, though. Hunter, 3,400 before investment. All lying on the floor. Voxic's happy to take that one for a spin, trying to bang Kenny on the cross, but he opts to take the passive stance for now. Quite the opposite for Frozen. He's actually managed to get himself set up on the blue bin, but he's got nobody with him. This is a completely solo venture.
It's going to be very difficult to get at this one. He's just hoping to get 1 kill at this stage, but Molotov is actually pretty spot on. So is Voxic's vision. Doesn't connect the shot yet. Kenny S continues that strong form as they lock horns. It will be Voxic answering back through the door there. 4 versus 4. Frozen still at 2 HP. Amanek silence them for the back. Not clear as to where they finish up, but the bomb is down in the tunnels for now as they wait for the reactionary play towards long. Jax by the double doors and Frozen starts to peel off. Just as they go in.
He's going to get caught, isn't he? Yeah, just as he leaves. It's a nasty fate. Voxic's still in middle. If they go T-spawn, he will be vulnerable if he doesn't hurry his ass up. They're boosting over the smoke. A silent dismount, not quite. Hunter may have heard that. Amanek's waiting as well. A single flash from Hunter, but it looks like it'll just be bullets and perfect. Look how calm he is under that push.
Just Voxic remaining, and this is going to be the final round of our first half, and it's double digits for G2 here, looking excellent on Dust 2, but mousesports have got enough to keep us competitive, that's for sure. It's going to be an exciting finish on Dust 2. Do not go anywhere.
Such a ghostly revelation. I may have fucked up all my chances. Yeah. And we ain't sleeping on the floor again. We never sleeping on the floor again. For the ones who didn't make it out, for the ones that didn't see the life, for the ones that never cared, never gave a thought, found no happiness in that brand new car or the house you bought. I see you talking about the love you lost, and it was gone like way before you ever thought it was. Yeah, I took my time, no quick ones, quick run, quick guys to get back there. Hot roads, I didn't think I'd come back fierce, cause I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. Is it such a ghostly revelation? I may have fucked up all my chances. It's easy, it's hard to preach, cause I've been burning trees and watching fall. If we cannot breathe out, we go forward. Sure, I was searching for cure, fishing a little wildlife, and when I'm low on fuel, I'll still be running till my back broke. Halfway, lost hope and I checked it. Hard roads, I didn't think I'd come back fast, cause I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. But you won't even get it. Been around the globe, think it's time to admit it's not the end but the road, and you won't even get it. Been around the globe, looked around.
G2, Dust 2, and 24 frags for Kenny S in the opening stages of this third map. 3 sniper purchases in the half as well, but check out the sniper kills. Great stats to set the scene for the second half.
Well, we're straight into the action here. We'll be kicking this second half off with a bang. Voxic looking towards T-spawn and trying to find the opening kill if possible. They'll be on the CT side now. I've got 2 HE grenades. That's between Karrigan and Frozen as Jax. They'll be taken out towards Long. Tries to crack it open by himself. And now Chris J, who's probably got a frag available at this very same point. Wow. Oh. Don't see many pistol rounds like this, but it is going to be a 4-on-1 as quick as you like.
Robs, that was fantastic work. Makes it look so easy when you don't have to even adjust the USB. Your crosshair doesn't need to move.
Oh, he's gotten away with this. He gets a free kill at doors here if he clears out Karrigan. Gets to pick up a HE. That could come in handy as the late features this round. Never mind. Frozen too aware from the window.
Karrigan's like, oh, he's there, was he? Thanks, man.
Yeah, saved him.
So, will we see the eco, or the force buy, I should say, from G2 here? I would say probably not. You might just want to get AKs out in the third and guarantee the round in terms of having advantages and not requiring to steal one away. But this is beautiful for Robs. Just tapping them off one by one. You can see he wasn't really flashed or any smokes were down. Just trying to trade him out. Didn't work out. And they are going to have Glocks across the board. Just a flash purchase there. Going to try and use that Xbox smoke potentially and get themselves towards the A bomb site. So the smoke was actually down towards middle. And going to go for the A approach. Frozen. That's going to do about 1,000 damage.
There's his utility damage stat inflated, and they're on top of his head. Voxic, the stepping stone for the descent, doesn't go too far with just the Glocks. We were really on top of him. One, and then another one.
Shouldn't I be in spawn right now? What?
This angle looks different. What's going on?
So AK-47, this is what G2 wanted to the full eco in the previous round, enabling us to get AKs, smokes, flashes, and armor. Don't have the sniper rifle, but Voxic only has the scout here, so I'd say advantage G2 in terms of their weaponry in general, and they're pushing up towards middle. I don't mind it at all. The scout will tell them that one's challenging. You've got a free route up towards top of middle. KennyS misses the shot. He'll have to fall back here and call for some backup from Nexas. Hunter will join in from lower B as well. Robster seems to be doing a boatload of damage here, but Hunter will reposture and manage to bring it back to a 4-3.
Well, they should be aware of the regular CT setup for mousesports in play. So taking down Rops, who's traditionally a B holder, that's a lot of free info. And 2 kills to kick it off here. So G2, they're retooling. They think better of going into the B bomb site. It's not bad considering Voxic has now positioned himself on that platform. They're going to regroup. This is the fundamental type of Counter-Strike you like to see. With the number advantage, walk into a bomb site together and trade out. You know, there's a little bit of low HP on Hunter. Kenny at about half. But now it's mousesports' turn to go walkabout. You've got Frozen now clearing out throughout the tunnels. That's going to be the early warning system. Now Voxic can actually rotate across towards CT spawn to cover off long. They're going to be here in time. Two Molotovs in play, 2 smokes. We already saw what G2 could do when they had that type of utility in the top of the A bomb site. Ooh. Worried about Cat. That Molotov could have been used somewhere a little bit better. And now the hit, well, it's going to come in any second.
Good smoke. Let's them play around it, but a gap in theirs. There's a second to come.
So the AK have frozen. The flashbang from Voxic. Karrigan has been set up for the big spray down here, but he catches the flash himself. He's got that first kill on Hunter. There's 10 seconds remaining. It's going to be down to Nexas to try and get the plant down. I don't think he's got a chance here. Karrigan's done so well, and he manages to get all the kills required. 4 in total, and mousesports right back in this map now. 10-8, and money is shattered on the G2 side.
Do you see the difference in the way that like Na'Vi would do their own type of strat versus the way that other teams do it? Now, obviously, this wasn't G2 going straight into it because it would have been a long rush, right? They would have used all the flashes, they would have got long control, they would have secured that, and then they would have had multiple sets of smokes to throw and bait out the nades from the players over there towards the top of the A site. But mousesports, with a nice aggressive move early, didn't net them any kills, well, 1 kill, but they were actually finding themselves down in the number advantage and turned it around. So that's great stuff here as G2 are back down onto these pistols. A couple of flashbangs, some deagles.
So just a couple of flashes, that's it. Haven't seen much towards B from G2 yet, but quite early days here in the second half as they go towards short again. Maybe 1 flash to bait out some utility, then a second to try and get across, but it's never going to lead them to massive success. If the bomb goes down, that's a bit of a victory in its own right, but you never know. A couple of quick 1-digs, a couple of missed shots, and that's the first. Potentially a couple.
1 heroic deagle shot would have perhaps got that bomb down. Maybe it still can, but no. Karrigan and Frozen far too good. Good taps away from Kenny, chipping away at Karrigan's HP, but he'll recover the AWP and live to take it into the next. So completely and totally competitive second half, it seems, as mousesports do fly out of the gates with 4 consecutive defensive rounds.
Both AWPs out now. Kenny's picked up his big green. Voxic's been dropped his back across. So this is where we can get into the thick of it. The meat and potatoes. The red beans and ravioli, as some might say.
The pesto and the linguine. Oh, Kenny. Challenged by Voxic, and, well, that will be the upgrade for Chris J. He was the Vulture, ready to pick up the bones of his fallen comrade. He'll be taking that AWP to support over to the B site. So rather divided at this point. CT's trying to fill that gap. It's Frozen who pays off with his reposition. He'll silence any mid-pressure and lock them out with the molly.
It's 4-4 for now. Great shots being exchanged here. mousesports certainly have closed the gap with his second round or second half pistol victory. Rob's actually finding the confidence of pushing towards up. He's got the AK-47 available as well. And he's shooting for the moon here. Going to be committing towards lower as well. And Jax is aware of that. But if Kerrigan starts to throw some grenades here, it could be enough, but they come a little bit too late. And they're going to swing off this as well. Jax, can he find double kill? He certainly can. Frozen now will be alone towards A, and 3 terrorists towards long. He has no grenades, but he has got brutal aim. Smoke down, can't find anything just yet. He catches a face with a flash and lead.
Yeah, should put Chris J on notice. Flames to stop him, and nade not quite going to do much. He will just tickle Nexas, and I think that's all he plans to contribute with the AWP on his back, realizing it's a powerful weapon. There's only one player that can't buy right now, so it makes a lot of sense. You can see this will be number 1 for the G2T campaign.
First of many, they'd like to think. 25 kills for Kenny Esther at the very top. Hunter, Chad, he called it out earlier. It hasn't really had much of an impact on a map he normally shines on.
I think mousesports are lucky he's not activated right now, because if he was hitting heads in that Kovac style that we get to see, is it Kovac?
Kovac,
I think it's Kovac. I don't know. I'm only going from because the guy from Altered Carbon.
That's what I just thought as soon as I said it.
As Nico.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's how you say it.
I didn't like season 2 of that. I started watching a little bit of it.
I just finished it off.
I really struggled to get into TV shows.
It's very sci-fi.
Seem to just be invested in this bloody video game. I can't believe the other night I found myself, after we got home, watching Harry play a pug for the better part of an hour. I was like,
good pug, though.
What am I doing?
It was fun.
Great game. One of the best of the week.
You guys checked your hours in Counter-Strike in the last 2 weeks?
I haven't.
Mine's back at a level that I would have been at when I was a professional.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
You're DMing every morning.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the rustiness off the back.
Yeah, I play like every other day right now, so I don't think mine would be the same. It's probably about like 40, 50.
I'm up at 100 plus.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
you play more than me. You actually warm up a deathmatch. But I don't know. When we finish late, I feel like this is not a Counter-Strike day.
You're right. That's why I'm just doing the DM, because it can be like therapeutic
the
in a way.
Day shift next week, I'm going to be getting a lot of CS on the grind there. You finish the shift, go home. You've got a good 4-hour window to frag. Double orbs for the CTs, Voxic and Chris J. After the preserving one of them, enables them to bring them all out. mousesports in pursuit of double digits. Is Voxic really trying to challenge Kenny again? He is over the smoke. This has been quite the head-to-head down by the double doors. It was Chris J this time that was having a go.
We need a Chris J impact round. We haven't had one so far in this series. We've had a lot of Carrigan entries. We've had a lot of Carrigan moments with him getting multi-kills. Normally, we when the chips are down, see a Chris J moment. Flash over the top. Oh, couldn't convert. That's Hunter. We were talking about him being quiet. That's a big kill.
And they're fully committed towards long as well. Carrigan, though, is going to be painted into a corner, but the flashbang is effective. At least gives him 1 kill here. You can see the smoke on the corner to take the vision away from the bomb side as well, as Chris J, he'll be battling towards middle. A lot of action across the map here. Ultimately leads us to an equal situation, though, and Chris actually pushing in towards upper. Trying to find some information there. They're actually heading through T spawn, so they actually could go for the around the world play. Frozen will find the AK. And smoke down towards Xbox.
Oh, this is perfect. Chris is hard on the flank. He's running. He's holding W here, so he's taking a lot of room.
If they go up short as well,
he can kill them in the back.
Them in the back. This would be quite the set of kills. Timing doesn't seem to favor him here, though, as he's going to be checking the long. It's Voxic who should get this. He's actually pushing in and tested, not traded, as he finds a sliver gap to exploit Nexas. Kenny now thrust into a 1 versus 3. The bomb is nowhere near him, and he just going to be residing himself to keep hold of that AWP. Chris J's waiting for his exit. He's trapped. Can't go towards A, can't leave long doors. He's going to have to make this his home.
They'll let him hold on to it. A charitable donation here from mousesports.
Yeah, only 5 seconds remaining, so he's absolutely fine. They start to realize that they've got the round of their remap. Kenny has having a bit of a dance here, and he will be absolutely fine to survive. They've got one more buy left in the tank as current things stand. Kenny has to have to reinvest in the grenades, but Voxy, check this out. He goes to that shot, doesn't even go for the quick scope here. Ready for the second player to swing out, and it's very calm. It was never going to give that one up. Very confident. Good showing from Voxing so far, but need to see a bit more out of him if they're going to bring this game back. 11-10. And currently 5-1 in favor of mousesports if you look at the second half and his CT side. There's been something in the water this week with CS boys. Normally we're always saying it's a T side of momentum across a lot of maps, but today it's been a strange story.
Maybe this is the slow fallout of the removal of the Krieg. Slowly, CT sides are no longer scared to take the same fights that they kind of condition themselves to be afraid of.
Yeah, the AWPers are more than happy to swing now. You can see they're actually getting a little bit more aggressive within those mid rounds.
Yeah, I'd say that's what it could be, to be fair. Like, the Krieg certainly does have a certain fear factor attached to it. And now the AWPers looking a bit more confident. We're seeing some more jewels being taken, a bit more aggression. So that could be it. We'll see a leap from Kenny S down towards top of middle, looking for the quick challenge, but no one there to receive it. 2 towards B. They focus their efforts towards long with the Molotovs down. It's actually a straight up B rush at this point. Mac-10s have broken through. Chris J to be tested, and Rob's now, he's got the first, but I think he'll struggle to get Hunter. They've got the B side now.
And Kenny's caught one on the rotate. Oh no! A missed smoke, but Kenny does not miss the shot. That looks unhuman.
What can Moxie do here? He's gotten across. He has a bunch of nades. He's undetected by Kenny right now. They know he was in spawn, but will they be ready for this?
Just smoke it and defuse it. Needs one kill.
They might think he's saving, because he did have the AWP, so if they take their eyes off the prize here, he's the only player close to the bomb.
Here's the steps and with the flash as well. He still managed to prevail, but will he preserve? Looking to head back to spawn, and Kenny, he's not done hitting shots this round. He adds his 28th to the tally with a banger through the doors.
Yeah, big round from Kenny S there, 12-10. mousesports will have to assess their finances. This doesn't look good. Maybe a tactical timeout just to slow things down a little bit here, but this was the fast B approach. Forced by from G2, managing to find Kenny S there towards middle, even with the miss smoke. How does he hit that shot so fast? And then, of course, the headshot through the door as well to close things out. Remarkable scenes.
Oh, that's a game from Kenny and a half right now. Rops will get tagged on up. Oh, they've actually got a tag of their own in here. And Kenny, he's trying to get away. He's dropped the smoke, head down.
Oh, that's so scary. And Rops is there with his tags down to 10, and he's got 2 with it. That Deagle could very well keep this round competitive. mousesports brought nothing into this. Amanek crawling them back to a level playing field, but they've already got the rotate in.
Oh, I like this from Chris J, spamming the door to enable Frozen to sneak through. Did Frozen get a weapon? I don't think so. So it's Desert Eagle and Scout. They're both outside B, but there is low health for Kenny here. The flashbang, is it going to be enough? Frozen doesn't think so. Kenny S will get him through the door. Straight up headshot. What is going on? The shot's landing right now.
Kenny, well, I can't even put this into words right now, the shots that he's hitting. This is absolute masterclass. He has 30 frags.
How often do you see that wallbang actually pay off through B doors? That was quite the catch. Let's see this one again. Positions himself with the car and straight into the head of Frozen. There you have it. 13 then. Found off the back of a 30 bomb being dropped with a frag through the door. And another timeout, the final one for G2, a chance to catch their breath and ensure that the game plan is concrete for the 3 they require. This is their, what is it now, 3rd round total on their T side. They came into this with a 10-5 half, so mousesports still dominating in the grand scheme. It's 5-3 half, if you want to think about it that way.
They have B spawns again, if anyone's curious about that. They're not facing towards B right now, but they definitely have the spawns for it.
So, final few rounds of this second matchup of the day. G2 versus mousesports, and the latter certainly need this series to go in their favor, or they'll be right down to the final details to work out whether they make it through to the playoffs. And a double upset up here for G2 on the T side. See if any damage is inflicted. Amanek won't be joining Kenny S with the initial play. Goes towards lower, and Jax is set out towards long. So there is a full buy here. Crochet down to the Deagle, as you'd expect, but this time out of necessity has fully invested in the round. And they're going for a short play. Carrigan, he'll be waiting with the M4 on the corner. What has he got? A smoke to be deployed here. I think they bust through this. He'll have to drop off.
30 out.
They are not letting go of W. Look at this.
He's got no
Hunter's
idea.
way ahead of the scope. He's in Gandalf. He's still not got the frag finally. He will exploit the Woxic AWP. Amanex holding the flank. He nearly adjusts in time, but Rops and Frozen, their whereabouts are now known. And G2, they can plant safe.
Yeah,
oh, they're planning for long.
Nice long plant coming through. There shouldn't be a world where they give this one up, but you never know. Kenny S jumps up, does spot one towards CT spawn. Takes quite a lot of damage for his troubles, but he's recovered. One kid available, but that smoke would have to be beautiful from Robs, and there's a backstab coming in as well. Jax, regardless of how his teammates get on here, should be able to close things out. There's no time to consider this flank coming in. As soon as he takes down Frozen, call the round done, and there it is.
They know the last seen CT, and Jax did find him in the end. So that's the 14th for G2, a triple kill from Jax to get them across that line, and 2 more for the series. Third map, second series of the day.
So,
no money, Henry.
This is what I was just about to get into, Chad. What's the play at this point? They've used a lot of tactical timeouts. Money's not great, and we do see some Desert Eagles being purchased. Karrigan with this one smoke and flashes. They'll be using those towards double doors. That's been deployed now, and they're going for a long stack. So,
it might pay off here.
Them towards long, but have they even got grenades? Like, sure, they'll be able to challenge, but Hunter's got a great flash. He's got a Mac 10, and I think he gets dropped here.
Oh, 2 kills. The USPs, they've struck.
Yeah, I'd never like these sort of plays when the low buys are out. You can see them starting to flounder somewhat here, trying to get the weapons out of the CT's grasp. Still a 3 versus 4, but a Mac 10 has been recovered for Chris J. Beautiful flash there. And Jax will find the opening towards B. That could win the round. Oh, so could that, though. Chris J with the Mac 10 does pull one back. Frozen 6 HP. Karrigan, he rotates towards B now.
Real awkward round now for G2. I think they've still got it in them. And oh my God, Frozen. He'll take the AWPs to make that 6 HP less of an issue. The bomb is in his hands, and he can find Jax as well. It started with USPs, but it finishes with Frozen and Chris both finding 2 kills. Chris will take the Impact Player award. Let's see that again. This is Frozen pushing towards spawn and dropping the bomb, essentially winning the round.
Amazing timing there from Frozen. The fact he gets the AWP as well. Look at the awareness. Looks for those double doors, just sitting and waiting. He knows the kill's coming to him. The bomb's down in T-spawn, bear in mind. And Jax got that previous kill towards the B bomb site. Couldn't have gone any better for him. And a full eco is converted to a gun round at this point.
Wow, look what that's done.
Double
Suddenly
AWPs as well.
mousesports straight back in. Competitive double AWPing.
So free cat control here. You can see mousesports, they're more than happy to give it up with a double op setup. That makes sense. Flash around the corner. They will get control, and this is where we might see the rally of nades back and forth. Do mousesports feel like they're under threat? Do they think an attack's coming, or do they want to hold on and try and stifle the execute as they cross the bridge? We can see 3 players set up towards the cat position, 1 late lurking through middle. The bomb now has just been picked up towards the back of cat on Nexus, so I don't think anyone will be going through the long position. And the CTs are isolated. 2 on the B bomb site, 3 towards A. Smokes and flashes coming through. Here we go.
It is the old classic, boys. G2 trying to find number 15, but the grenade is everything. Frozen. He's been so great as of late. Look at the damage he's just pushed out there. G2 have to limp in towards the A side now. Frozen, surely he's done enough, but he's taking some HE damage himself. Frozen with a flashbang, and he knows he's done damage at this point. Just needs to line them up, knock them down, and there's the first kill. Boxing with a wall bang, but Nexus gets the plant.
That's a big step in the right direction. Frozen's going to try and use that smoke to his advantage, try and nutmeg Nexa here. But
oh dear, I can feel that was coming. I can see it.
Boxing shut down Frozen with a shot through the smoke. This could get awkward. Kenny does advance towards the CT position, and Karrigan catching another. mousesports, this retake's working out wonderfully. Jax to clutch. Position is good for him. He's trying to find a frag before they get onto the bomb. Very actively taking that duel. Would have liked perhaps a little more passive nature. I guess he knew with 2 left, if one gets on it, the other's going to hold him.
Yeah, as soon as they get set up with the AWP, he's screwed, right?
He's
so
cooked.
he felt that he had to make a bit of a risk right there. But I'm not quite sure how Woxic even hits that shot. Most players should be having the utility above their teammates' heads on right now, so you should see where they are at all times, right?
You can see almost exactly where they are. The nameplate comes up and shows you where they are. So just a bit frantic, I guess. That does drop off a range, that distance where you can see the nameplate. So maybe that was it. Maybe the max could have disappeared. But I don't know. Bit of a weird one, but still, it will be G2 giving the round up. mousesports find it. So the MAC-10s are here. CZs as well. They're taking a bit of a partial here.
A full eco loss into a team kill potential loss puts G2 suddenly down to the eco and a single MAC-10. It's dire straits at the real business end of this series. Good flash. Frozen's going to be very passive about tucking in, and Voxic set up for success. Looks pretty damn good. Looks like we'll have a quick one here. Only Kenny can't really do too much. He'll be spotted out by Chris and connects. 4 left standing in that one. They'll get their little pistol upgrades, and we're into another bye.
Round 28. G2. I've given out 3 here, but still with the lead, 14-13, a very healthy buy here. So no alarm bells just yet. Looking for series point. On a Dust 2, I would probably give the favor to them if I saw this matchup in paper, but mousesports putting up a very admirable fight here. It's going to be Kenny S rattling off the shots at the start. Hunter trying to make his way out, and he does avoid at least the initial death, but the flames are down. He'll be lucky to do any damage here. It takes Frozen under 48, and that's been a very common outcome in the last few. So back towards short. I think this is another execution. Just, it worked out to bring a close run in before. Same smokes, and they've only got 1 smoke actually available to them. So they can do the catwalk smoke, flash over, and just hope for the best. There has to be a hell of a flash, and they need to hope Voxic misses the shot here.
Not something he's been doing much of.
Smoke down, and here comes the flash.
X-ray off, so you can appreciate this a little better. Frozen does manage to pick off Amanek on the site, so very little for Voxic to worry about. Just that close push. Nexa at least gets the bomb down, but Frozen's not going to last, or let Kenny last much longer. Now Nexa thrust into a 1 versus 5. So many angles of assault. He's got to worry about long, and there is one there too. And now it's Rops to convert. He'll find it, but Frozen, another multi-kill round from him to pull mousesports to the equalizer.
Should we start overtime now, or do you guys want to wait until they actually get there?
Well, let's wait to see who gets the map point first, because G2's money is not great. If they do win the round and only 1 player survives, they'll be in a lot of trouble. So they might not even be able to get to overtime if they win this round.
Oh, that's a bleak picture you've painted.
Yeah.
So they have to win, but they have to win it cleanly as well. An extra caveat.
So that's the problem. So mousesports, they will have the advantage for now, but let's see what happens here. The good B spawn is found at G2. Their long play hasn't been fantastic in the last few. Oof, the shot towards Kenny, it does connect, and we will see him boost it up there towards middle. And in they go. Fast. In towards the mid double doors. Vox to defend. And he has spotted 1.
It works. I mean, it pulls 3 CTs towards mid doors, and admittedly, Kenny didn't quite manage to find the victory. So now mousesports working with a man advantage already. You said it had to be a clean victory to even consider the G2 success story here. And now Voxic kind of got them on lock and key.
Yeah, even if they lose the round, as long as they get the bomb down, they'll still have a full buy. So that's very specific to winning the round. But yeah, for sure, not looking good on a 5-on-4. 3 smokes, a couple of mollies now, and a man disadvantaged. They've lost their danger player as well in the form of Kenny S. So Jax trying to work out where they're positioned.
It's so strange to see one of the biggest strengths of G2 go absolutely missing here. Hunter, when they would ply him into those places like going out fast long to get an opening kill, normally you'd expect him to nail 2. Here today, he's been really kept honest. The mid to B smoke will come out. They're going back towards catwalk again, Henry. It hasn't looked great.
It hasn't really, and they've at least got the smokes this time, but the problem is, Chad, no flashbangs here, right? So how do you even get the AWP to remove his scope from that area? It's going to be, that's what it's all about, is having those flashes in position, but another good grenade lands. Kerrigan caught out of position, but the flashbang is solid. The shot's better though. Voxic now can look towards long, and that might be enough. 3 versus 2, 10 seconds remaining it is. Yep. There's no way they can get that bomb down.
Yeah, he's just hoping he can get something, but another multi-kill round for Frozen. Voxic as well. Between the two of them, they find the 15th, and mousesports They are set to convert in regulation. G2 a little broken here, Hank.
No bomb planted there. So you can see this is actually like the worst case scenario at this point. So you didn't get map point, you didn't get the bomb down, you've got maximum loss bonus, but mousesports are fully equipped with a double orb setup, which you just can't afford now.
And no timeouts. They're buying in the freeze time.
Yeah.
It's ended. They're out. They're all out of timeouts. They've already used them all.
Oh, God, you're right.
Charging down middle. Hunter wants to take matters into his own hands. It's something we've seen may run in the family. Nico likes to charge down middle. This time he's going to opt for short with that Mac 10. Makes a lot of sense. And already the nade damage continues. The woes for G2. Kraken with a very aggressive stance. We saw Breezy experimenting with this before. Re-smoking and hoping that someone wants to go grey screen through it. They won't be doing that just that. Not going to be taking risks like that in the, well, potentially last round of this series. No one wants to be the first death. What's Kraken holding? Is that a single flashbang? Not going to get him far. Here we go. Multi-flash and free fire, and Kraken and Voxic have locked down long. Kenny, fortunately, does give G2 just a glimmer of hope if he can find Voxic, but he's not missing anything at the moment. 26 frags and counting. Hunter in quite the off angle. He's dropped down off short. There's two there. Frozen's watching it as well, though, and he should be able to catch it. Yeah, no escape, and mousesports will do it cleanly. Does too. A full 30 rounds, but mousesports, they take the series all the way.
Moving through the city like it's Gotham. They told me get one, so I got one. Stop saying you're a boss when you're not one. You ain't sacrificed now, you ain't lost